Hello, our little spooks.
Hey, I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Lexi. Welcome to the Guarded by Demons podcast, where we discuss all things horror.
First off, we want to wish you guys a happy and safe Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
We want to thank you for following us on our week-long celebration. So today, we'll be answering some Halloween-themed questions and talk about why we love the holiday and horror in general so much. So with our two special guests, would you guys like to please introduce yourselves?
I'm fucking back, bitches. It's me, Loki, once more.
Gremlin. It's one of our favorite gremlins. Loki is back.
Like a parasite.
And it's your favorite.
My favorite parasite.
He's never leaving.
And it's your favorite ADHD golden retriever here.
That's true. That's true.
Adam.
Hi, Adam.
What's up? We were having a giggly conversation right before this, so we're giggly.
Oh yeah, definitely we are.
It's funny. Oh, shit.
So I have a bunch of questions here.
Sweet. I'm excited.
Do you guys want to start with the questions or with the big question itself on why we love Halloween so much?
I think we should save that for last, but what about you two?
Yeah, I feel like we should save the why we love Halloween so much towards the end.
All right.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. So I have some questions that are related to horror movies. So for example, the first one is for The Exorcist. And now these are not like actual from the movie questions. These are more just like questions that relate to the topic. So this one's The Exorcist. And the question is, how young were you when you first started cursing?
Ooh.
Ooh.
13.
13?
At school.
Okay.
Not around my parents.
Okay.
I was in 6th grade. I remember it vaguely.
Okay. What about you, Loki?
I should have been. I remember the first time I cursed in front of my parents. Back in the day. I used to
You're
probably,
back
it was when
in
I
the
would
day.
watch like MTV reality shows. And I think I cursed once because I was watching something I thought was dumb.
Oh, man.
I think the first time I ever cursed was like 3rd grade. And if I remember correctly, it was either fuck or bitch. Those are the first ones that I ever said as a 3rd grader.
Oh,
And it was in school.
Do you mean like cognitive? Like the first time
Like,
you
I
remember?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was getting ready to say, well, my first swear word was shit, and I was like 3. But I don't remember
No. But here's the thing. Like, I knew what it was.
Oh,
So I was using it correctly.
GG. I love that for you.
In 3rd grade, that's not great. Not on the fucking playground.
That somehow tracks for you, though. Which I think is really funny.
I use it on La Grande and Carla. I doubt she's ever fucking listening to this, but I hated her so much.
Damn. What about you, Adam?
So I actually same as you. I didn't actually start surprise start cursing until I was like 13, 12-ish, 12, 13-ish. Just because I never really liked cursing when I was younger, to be honest. I was very PG as far as my language goes.
Yeah.
Surprise, I know.
Yeah, I really started just swearing around my parents on my 18th birthday. No joke.
I still don't like swearing in front of my parents, dude.
I don't
like,
know
at
how I
all.
start swearing in front of my parents because I swear in front of my parents now. Like I have a conversation with them and I go on this fucking and like I don't feel bad and they don't be like, oh, what's your language?
Yeah, same here. Like I don't remember when I started like cursing in front of my mom. It just like happened one day and she didn't say anything of it.
Yeah, Mom has made it very clear to me that she wouldn't have cared if I was a teenager if I started swearing like around her. But I was just like being cautious because I didn't know how she was gonna fucking react to that shit. I was scared of my mom, not my dad.
Yeah, I still don't cuss in front of my parents, dude. I'm just like, I just
can't do that.
Yeah, I can't. I feel way too icky. Like just like cussing it in front of them.
That's fair.
I
That's fair.
I cuss in front of your dad.
know. Like my dad is just barely cussing in front of me, but he kind of whispers it, kind of knew of it, and I was like Like he still can't talk to me like using certain words. Like today he was trying to talk about a sign that had like a uterus on it. And he struggled for a full 3 fucking like lights in the car to say the word uterus.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, there are times where that's happened, and it's just me and him in the car, and I just say the word for him instead.
And he's like, yeah, yeah. And I was like, you're so awkward, dude.
It's funny.
He's trying his best.
I always tell him, like, dude, you gotta be comfortable with it. It's completely fine.
And he just gives his awkward, yeah, I know.
Aw, bless him.
He's he's literally the epitome of like the minion dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I still don't feel comfortable speaking bad words in front of
It's understandable, though.
That's fair.
dude.
All right, next question. So this one is Nightmare on Elm Street, and the question is, what's your scariest nightmare you've ever had?
Oh my god.
Ooh.
I think I think I touched on this during the sleep paralysis that I've talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
Where I have a problem with sleep paralysis. And I could tell it's happening because my dreams start to morph into nightmares. And it was back in the day in my old apartment where I felt like I heard the sounds of flames, the sounds of screaming, and I started to pray because it was back when I was still doing like what the fuck is it called? The first communion stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I heard a demonic voice saying pray louder as I was praying. And I just remember crying. I remember waking up and crying.
Oh no. I think I definitely touched on this during our nightmares one, but I think the scariest I guess it's realistic, I think is what really got me. Was I had a dream that me and mom were staying at like a pet friendly hotel, and we had my dog Jaeger with us. He's a good boy. He's very sweet. He loves everybody. He's 60 pounds, full of love, loves everybody. And I dreamt that I was walking him outside of this hotel room because it's like on the ground floor, so you could just open the glass door, and walk out with him. And he got out of my grasp and ran up to a cop, and the cop shot him in the head because he didn't know whether or not he was aggressive. I woke up crying, and that is the scariest dream I could remember currently, because I forget a lot of my scary dreams, but that one really stuck out because it was way too realistic.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, I had to call my dog into the room and just make sure he was okay, and like hug him and cry a little bit. It made me so sad. Because he's a good boy. He would never hurt anybody, not on purpose.
Yeah, Jaeger's a baby.
He's a big baby. He's a big baby that sleeps under blankets and won't sleep any other way.
I think my nightmare would have to be the ones where it got like really gory and gruesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one where I just saw literally like all my friends either being gutted or like decapitated.
Oh god, dude.
Yeah, I woke up crying from a lot of those.
Have I been in one of those dreams? I feel like I have.
It was before I met you.
Oh shit. Oh, you haven't had one of those dreams in a while then.
Yeah.
Damn. God, I hope you, knock on wood. Fucking hope you don't have one of those tonight. Because that would suck.
Ew.
What about you, Adam?
So my dreams are actually very how do you say, they're very not obscure, what's that word, very surreal when it comes to nightmares.
Okay. Yeah.
So my nightmares include the themes of gravity, shapes that morph into like geometric shapes that literally turn. Okay, like you ever go to like a science center or a science museum, or you've seen it on TV, those like balls that like you can like pull and expand, and they're made out of like tons of little pieces, and you could compress them again.
Yeah.
So that's exactly, it's like shapes, geometrical, like multicolored shapes that get bigger, and as they get bigger I can feel my head kind of like shaking and buzzing, and then as they compress it kind of goes down. So it's kind of weird because I physically feel the effect of whatever's going on in my dream. Like I remember, so it's geometric shapes, it's gravity that pushes me down and up, and every time it gets pushed down I feel like my back, like where I feel in the dream, like I can physically feel like a buzzing, almost like when you skid your teeth across the feeling of skidding your teeth across foil. That's how it feels like on
Ugh.
in a physical sense.
Yeah. I just got the
Or
feeling of like when I used to have a cavity and you'd touch it against something metal, you kind of get that weird shocking feeling through your
that's
nerves.
yeah,
Ugh.
that's exactly how it feels in my body when I dream like that. Or
Weird.
like a lot of my dreams also include a lot of industrial areas. You know how like in Nightmare on Elm Street, where Freddy resides right in the factory. Like I'll literally be walking through a school and all of a sudden it most likely 9 times out of 10 will change into a giant labyrinth of like metal and like of an industrial like zone.
Weird.
And it's always freaky, but I've always had that. The one thing I also hate about nightmares is that they involve I'm able to taste stuff in my dreams and I hate it.
Have you tasted blood before? I'm assuming that's where you get that.
I have not. I've actually tasted like so I actually tasted milk in my dream and it
Weird.
tasted it but it was sour. That's the funny thing.
Ugh.
Yeah,
You got the sensation. Ugh.
yup, it's ugh, dude. But my nightmares at least, and the scariest one all involve geometric shapes, gravity, and like industrial areas. It makes zero sense, but I always wake up freaking out.
That's understandable. Like little spin-off question for that. Did Heisenberg's factory freak you out in Resident Evil Village at all because of that?
So actually, dude, I really enjoy factory levels in games.
Okay.
I love the factory level in RE3, the original one. I love the factory in Heisenberg's in any Sonic game. Anything involving industrial stuff is very cool. But it's just in my dream, I literally end up in a giant labyrinth and it's very dark and bluish, and I'm like, damn, I can't see shit when I'm walking.
That's really strange. How you're
Yeah.
so fascinated by something and it just turns into a nightmare. That's really weird. Funny
Yeah.
how our brains work.
Okay, I am going to go from between each question. So the other questions that I do have are just like general Halloween questions.
Okay.
So I want to do a simple one, which is, what's your favorite candy to get while you were trick-or-treating as a kid?
Oh, God, I gotta dig deep in my brain for that one because it's been over 10 years since I last trick-or-treated.
Right off the bat, I know mine, and mine was caramel apple, the green apple lollipops. Those are my fucking favorite. I
dude.
love them every time.
I hardly
Those are-
ever got those.
Those are bomb, dude.
I love those.
I think my favorite things would probably have to have been either the 100 grand chocolate bars
Mm-hmm.
or I also really liked getting Skittles or Starburst. Occasionally I would even get like Sour Patch Kids, like the little mini packs of Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, nice.
But I think I would have to say like Skittles or like M&Ms. Just those two in general. Or the 1,000 grands. 100 grands. I don't fucking remember what they're called. I can't. I think they're called 100 grands, right? I don't fucking remember.
I'm gonna play villain here, but I'm definitely gonna say that one of my favorite candies to get was Almond Joy.
Those are my
Joy's good,
mom's
though.
favorite.
I love Almond Joy. Almond Joy is really good. My
Oh
mom
my
always
God.
steals
They're
mine.
good. They're good, but those are my mom's favorite. I would always give my mom's.
Dude, every time I run into someone, they're like, "Coconut, get out of here, bro."
Good.
Funny enough, Almond Joy is like the only thing I like coconut in, because otherwise I really hate the texture of coconut.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
same
yeah,
here. Same here.
yeah. You see. So it's like, so when I run into when I get asked about that, it's always a disgusted kind of response, and I think either that or dots. I am
Dots
a total
are underrated.
Dots are good.
I'm a total slut for dots.
Oh, another one I really like getting, and a lot of people will say this, but hear me out. There's a way to eat them that I've come around. I really like duds. I love duds.
The milk duds. Oh yeah, I like those too.
Yeah.
A way that I've figured out, because people are always like, "Oh, they're so hard to chew." You just gotta suck on them until the caramel gets soft, and then you can chew on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't just chew it right out because you're gonna break your teeth, because it's shit's gonna hurt. But seriously, just suck on them for a few minutes, and then eat them like a normal soft caramel.
I haven't had those enough to like I haven't had those enough to give an opinion on them, but from the times I've had them, I'm definitely the type to just bite them.
Yeah.
Straight
I
up.
can see that. I can see that.
I'm
But
definitely
yeah,
the
no,
type to just.
the next time you have duds, just suck on them for like a couple minutes. It won't even probably take that long, just like until it's warm all the way through, and just start chewing on them. It's just like a regular soft caramel treat.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
See, the funny thing is, I've never had a problem when I chew on them. Like it's funny you mentioned how people how they kind of trip out on that. For me, I'm just like with my teeth literally just covered in chocolate, like
Yeah.
I'll literally just chew the shit out of them, dude. Like
They're
no
so good.
problem.
Okay, so on the opposite side, what's your least favorite candy you were getting? while
Motherfucking
trick-or-treating?
Twizzlers. Oh my fucking god.
You're right. Oh my god, Twizzlers suck ass.
Nah,
Fuck Twizzlers.
nah, bro.
They're
Nah,
fucking disgusting.
I know
Twizzlers
you.
are
I guess
Twizzlers
it's
are
unanimous
everything
that
red
you
they
like
wish they
Twizzlers.
could be because red vines are so much superior.
Damn,
I don't even
y'all,
like red vine. I hate the texture. It tastes like I'm chewing on plastic.
Mm-mm.
y'all really just planned for this very moment, huh? To just come in and just start like banging on me. I knew it. I knew it was too good to be
Disgusting.
true.
Twizzlers are gross.
Nah,
It's
dude.
Twizzlers or those mini like licorice sticks that they would give out.
Yeah.
I hate those.
Have you
God.
had the caramel apple Twizzlers though? They're not bad,
Gross.
dude. Those are wow.
I'm
If I'm gonna have
sorry.
to,
I'm sorry. Majority vote rules, and
damn.
we have decided that Twizzlers suck ass.
Well, if you
Yeah.
guys get any, pass them over to me. I will gladly
Okay.
eat.
That's
eat
why I
them.
always gave them to you.
Oh, dude, they are the best.
Oh, can I go
let's-
back to my favorite ones real quick? Underrated ones. In my opinion, fruity Tootsie Rolls. I love fruity Tootsie Rolls.
Oh yes, the fruit.
Oh,
The favorite Tootsie Rolls. Yeah,
Okay.
those fucking slap.
Okay.
I
So
think I like the fruity Tootsie Rolls rather than the original like chocolate ones.
Yeah, I like the chocolate ones, but the fruity ones hit different.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna definitely burst some bubbles here. I can't stand Tootsie Rolls. As far as that's the answer to my question. To the question, I can't stand Tootsie Rolls or the fruit ones because
That's
they
not
they-
an unpopular opinion, though. So maybe.
they
Well,
coat,
apparently right now it is a unpopular opinion.
Whoops.
Right now.
they coat my my mouth in this weird waxy texture that I can't stand.
Yeah, I've heard that
Mhm.
be a complaint. Yeah,
So-
you're definitely not alone in that because there's plenty of people on the internet who fucking hate Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah.
Now the lollipops are decent for me, but
Oh, Tootsie Pops.
yeah,
You're
I'm
okay,
okay.
though.
I'm okay with those, but I can't stand the taffy-ish kind of texture. It's just it messes me up, dude.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, Mason, my little brother, he loves Tootsie Rolls. He gets so excited when he gets them.
Mm.
He loves them.
It's
I always
so
gave him mine.
good. Yeah, I do like the fruity ones a lot, but yeah, and you're not alone in that, Adam. A lot of people. I don't like the vanilla. I'll give you that. That's the one that I really don't like because that does coat my mouth in a waxy substance that I do not appreciate. It's always that one in particular. Don't know why.
What else? What else? What else?
All right, next question. What sound freaks you out the most?
Oh,
Sound. Oh shit.
And
does it have to be like artificial or like an actual sound?
Anything.
Okay.
Any sound.
So I'll do two for one. 2 for 1 kind of. So like we would have I mentioned this in the Halloween traditions episode. We had these CDs that had like music, like the Thriller and Time Warp, stuff like that. But they also had the atmospheric creepy sounds.
Oh, yeah.
I hated the atmospheric, like with the sounds of chains rattling and like people screaming or groaning in the distance. That shit always freaked me out, especially at night. But if we're talking realsy stuff, either coyotes in the distance or foxes screaming at night, which is a big no-go for me, bro. Because that sounds like a woman being murdered in the woods, and
Oh,
I
it
don't like
does.
it. So that's
I
my
don't. I guess almost like the sound of somebody opening and unlocking a door.
Oh, really?
No, I know. But like that's when I'm alone.
Oh, that's
And
understandable.
and then nobody come. Then I don't hear footsteps. I'm like, ew, gross. Why did I just think I heard somebody open the door?
Hard pass, buddy.
And then sometimes, which is so funny because thunder doesn't really happen here. But sometimes when it's like super early in the morning when they're taking out the trash, and I hear the wheels rolling by, it sounds like thunder, and I freak out for a second. I'm like, wait, it's fucking
Oh.
trash day. I just never liked thunder or lightning, so that freaks me out.
Yeah, I like thunder and lightning, but if the thunder's too close, I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's too loud. It's way too loud. I don't like loud noises. No thank. Adam?
If we're talking when I'm alone, footsteps, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it just messes me up, dude. Anything footsteps related fucks me up.
Yeah.
If we're
That's fair.
talking like actual sounds, like does it count if I add in a section from an audio clip from a game?
I think that's fine. Yeah.
So for me, one of the things that used to scare me a lot as a kid was the introduction to Rob Zombie's I think it was Hellbilly Deluxe album, where it has like a little girl talking about the devil chopping off their heads if they don't go to sleep and this and that. So as a
Damn.
kid, hearing like the lightning and the rain and the screeching and the screeching and shit inside that introduction messed me up as a kid. That's also how my uncles successfully kept me away from the computer while they were playing video games and kept me from saying, "Can I play?" They would just play that
Yeah.
album and I'd be like, "Ah," and I would straight up run away. So I would never be asked to play games.
Yeah.
But that's that. As far as natural sounds, footsteps. Oh, dude, I can't with footsteps.
Ugh, creepy. Another thing that kind of freaks me out is, and this I've talked about this before, but it happens every so often. I mentioned it on our ghost stories episode, but a thing that happens, it doesn't happen nearly as much as it used to, but it'll still happen occasionally. I'll hear my mom go, Lex or Lexi from across the house. Like she'll do that when she needs me to do something for her, or she just wants to show me something or whatever. And I'll come out and I'll look at her and be like, "Hey, did you call me?" And she always looks at me. She like gives me a confused look, and she's like, "No, but I was thinking about you." So that always freaks me out.
I think mine would have to be. I think mine would have to be like hearing children cry at night.
Valid.
That shit freaks me the fuck out because I've heard so many children cry at night because of like all the parties that would happen.
Oh yeah.
Like all the parties that would happen on the block. The music is not there anymore. It's like when everybody's going home and all you hear is just like a child crying.
That's a
Yeah,
hard pass, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, thank you. I don't like that.
I don't want it.
I don't like that at all.
No, thank. Holy shit.
All right. Next question is: are you usually the one being pranked, or are you the prankster?
Oh, we already know the answer to that one for me.
What is it? I want to know.
Unintentionally, I'm the one being pranked because Kimberly scares me almost on a daily basis by accident. But I don't think that
doesn't
counts. No.
That's not a prank.
Well, I can't really say anything then because I guess I am the pranked though because my brother likes to scare me a lot, which I don't appreciate. But not really, because even before he started living here again, nobody really bugged me. I was always in my room by myself, so I don't really have an answer for that. Although I can, when I was younger and I would be awake around the same time my mom was for her to go to work, for me to go to school, I'd sneak into her room while she was drying her hair in the morning and startle her for funsies. But that's probably about it. I've never properly pulled a prank on somebody.
I am always the one getting pranked.
F.
Always the one getting pranked. The rare times where I have not been the one getting pranked is when me and Adam were like messing with our other cousins. But that's basically it, and those are rare times.
Damn.
I don't know. I feel like nobody ever really bugs me. Like, I obviously have older siblings because I'm the youngest, but I don't remember ever being pranked by them, obviously they would say the shit like you would tell any of the young sleeping is like, oh my god, we found you in the trash.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
brother would tell me that kind of
But
shit
other
too.
than that, I mean,
My,
back in the
my brother
day,
would tell me to hatch from an egg.
yeah. Um, back in the day in my old apartment, the way they would come in was technically through the back door, and because of that, it led into like a small little room, and then you go into the living room, and the door swung out into the living room. So I would hide behind the door because I could hear them coming up, and I would wait behind the door, and I would pop out and scare them. But that was as a kid. But like as we got older, I don't know. I don't remember pranking anybody or them pranking me.
Adam.
Well, Kimberly,
Oh God.
I can't really remember, but I'm sure you have stories where I've pranked you before with spooky stuff.
I hate you.
Yeah. I honestly can't remember, but I do know I caused a lot of havoc towards like my younger cousins when it comes to pranking all the
I hate
time.
you.
Some of them are involved like terrible pranks like it's not so spooky, but I remember one time we like I my grandma already made spicy food and my cousin
Oh,
came over and I just added
Oh,
a shit ton of like chile inside his fucking food and he was right there the only one sweating like oh what the fuck, it's kind of hot, huh, you guys? And we're just me and Kimberly there like yeah. It's like, why aren't you guys sweating? Oh dude, he
God.
was like, oh my god, he went to the restroom for like fucking a whole hour.
oh my
Oh my
fucking god.
fucking
I
God.
remember Kimberly told me about that.
we
Uh,
fucking ruined it. When he went to the bathroom, we grabbed every like powder or like liquid chile that was on the counter and like by the stove that we could get and just put it in his bowl.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
he was
That
he was
dehydration.
he was not having it. But 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 other than that, I can't remember any of the spooky. I mean, obviously there's like the times where I would like hide in the closet and go boo or stuff like that. But I can't really
Oh,
remember.
Adam has also scared me with like the bonus features from a zombie movie. I can't remember which one it
Oh,
was. You
I
probably
can't
remember this one.
remember. I can't
I can't
remember,
remember
but the movie, no, I'm sorry, dude, I can't.
I can't remember the movie either, but I know it was like a bonus feature thing. And it was like this news reporter or some shit that was like reporting like some nighttime news. And Adam was telling me like, "Oh, check this out! Like this is real. This is what's happening right now." And I was a little kid, so obviously I believed it. And I think like she got chased or something by like a zombie or whatever, and like that was the start of the zombie apocalypse. And I ran to her grandma crying.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that I know for sure that's one of various
That is one of the
that
various ones.
that's one of
Jesus.
various pranks I pulled on Kimberly. I don't remember what
Can
other
I?
ones.
Oh my god. Can I tell a prank that my mom pulled on my uncle though?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so I don't remember exactly what brought her to do this. I think my uncle was messing with my brother because my mom was 15 when she had my brother, so they were pretty young. But my grandmother suggested to my mom, "Oh, you should." For context, my uncle saw the movie Psycho and would check behind the shower curtain every single time he would get ready to go take a shower. So, my grandmother put my mom up to this. She was like, go to the kitchen, get the biggest knife you can find, and go wait for him to come in there, take a shower. He's getting ready to go take a shower. And my grandmother had to go to like the laundry room because she was like laughing so hard she didn't want to give it away. My uncle goes into the bathroom, locks the door behind him, by the way, and pulls back the shower curtain. There's mom in the shower standing with a big ass knife and just screams at him. And he fucking. This is just from what she's told me. He fucking tries to run out of the bathroom and he could not get the fucking door unlocked fast enough. So he's like basically half running into the fucking door, just trying to get this fucking bathroom door open. He runs out and mom's like dying of laughter. Mom and I have this thing in common where we both love watching people get scared. It's really fucking funny to us. Just she's basically dying and my grandmother was also dying. Oh god, I wish I could have been there to see that shit. Because I know that shit was so funny. Oh, fuck.
It's great. It's great.
I love it. You would like my uncle. He's funny.
All right, next question. Do you guys dress up your pets for Halloween?
Absolutely. 100%.
We dress Jaeger up in a cute little Halloween-themed handkerchief. And sometimes a flannel if he's cold.
Yeah, there's
Chelsea has
sweaters,
Chelsea has
but
dressed up.
not costumes.
Yeah, not costumes. Not really costumes. We should get costumes, though.
I do believe like dressing up does mean like not really costumes, but also just like themed stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Oh, sorry.
Chelsea does. She dressed up Molly as a ghost. 1 year, like a sheet ghost. 1 year for Halloween. And then the other year she dressed her up as like a little. I think it was like a fairy or a butterfly. She was still really tiny, so she was able to get like a baby one.
Oh,
And
we should totally get Phantom a costume and dress him up this year.
oh, that's cute. I wish we could. And I know when she's not like dressed up for Halloween in general, during October, I bought Molly a little purple and black like spider sweater that she could put on. And yesterday when I was video calling my mom, I saw Molly wear it. And the hat has like the hat is a little spider, so like on the sides you see like the little legs. It's really funny.
Oh my god. Yeah, we've got like a pirate themed handkerchief that we put on Jaeger.
That's so cute.
He's a good boy. He loves wearing handkerchiefs. He looks so handsome in them. He's a good boy.
Okay, next question. What is the creepiest creepypasta you've ever read?
Oh,
Maybe the Russian, the classic Russian one.
the Russian sleep experiment. God
Yeah,
damn
I
it, that's
think-
what the one I was gonna fucking say.
Yeah,
Because
honestly,
that one isn't like that
I-
one's best for like that one's
Yeah,
really well written.
Yeah. Shit. Okay, it's either that, and I know it's not really creepypasta. I think it's actually a Let's Not Meet, but the Smiling Man.
Yeah.
That's a classic one. I love that one. But then there's also there's also the I'm a search and rescue officer for the U.S. National Forest or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. Corpse Husband read all those stories years and years ago now, and it's like almost a 2.5 hour video. But those are probably my favorites. I think those are fun. I like those a lot. I think that's like I'm pretty sure it's a no sleep, but that's really good. I like those. What about you, Adam?
So mine's are gonna rush between two. One of them is an older one called Ted the Caver,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about 2 to 3 hours long, but it's really worth it in the way that it's written. What I love about Ted the Caver is that it's never there's no gore in it. There's no phantasm. There's no phantasm, or they don't even tell you what it is. But it's just they enter a cave and there's a series of unexplainable sounds that they're hearing emanating from inside while they're trying to dig. And every day they dig a little deeper. They finally crack it just enough to get through the entrance. And it's a big ominous monument with a chamber down, and they go deeper and deeper. Only for like one of the scariest parts to be where he falls and hits the bottom of the cave and his light breaks. So
No.
he's in absolute darkness under the earth, and he hears shit, and he's panicking, and his friend helps him climb all the way up. And just as they're escaping through the hole, they notice that something is tugging the rope from underneath. Not only that, but when they get back to a certain part, they realize that it's blocked. So they got to find another way around and realize that the stone has been moving by itself. And the stone then moves to show a corridor leading to a lightly red, like gleaming passageway. They get the fuck out of there. But the horror again continues where they can't sleep and they see figures and they see things at their house. So even though they left the cave, something is haunting them in their sleep, keeping them awake all the time. And not only that, but haunting their house. It doesn't hurt them. It just keeps haunting them. And at the end of it, one of the buddies goes is unheard of, right? And he goes to visit him and he's not the same. And they go, you know what? Out of the three of us, they're compelled to go back there. They're 100% compelled to just go back in there for unexplained reason. What I love is the ambiguity of it, that it never tells you why or what it is. You just know that there's something scary as shit, and not only are you now that you've escaped from it, your body needs to go back there. It craves to go see it again, whatever it was. So Ted the Caver is one of my favorites. But that's as far as creepy pastas go, that's definitely one of my favorites.
That's fair. Yeah, so I found the yeah, it's creepypasta. It's a no sleep. But I found the video that Corpse Husband had recorded for this, and the search and rescue thing is called I'm a search and rescue officer for the US Forest Service. I definitely recommend it. It's just like a bunch of entries of this guy's experiences, quote unquote, because it's fictional, with being a officer for the US Forest Service. And it's really good. A lot of it is really, really, some of it is definitely like out there, but it's really good. It's one of the, I think it's my favorite Corpse Husband video, period. A lot of people know Corpse Husband for his music or just like hang out with big names in YouTube and Twitch, but I don't like being one of those people that's like, oh, I watched them before they blew up, but I truly did. I watched Corpse Husband before he got this big, and I'm so proud of him.
I gotta tell you right now, my friend has ordered an entire like huge box of his chocolates, the red ones.
Oh my god!
Oh, the Mr. Beast ones, yeah.
Yeah. So she has those right now. She's giving them away to some of the students, and she's like, and I'm keeping the other half of the box for myself because. Yeah.
Yes.
Also a big fan of Mr. Hands there.
Man. Mr. Nightmare brings some good stories too. But
yeah. All right. So my next question is, who is the best fictional vampire?
Keith Sutherland. I love my Lost Boys so much.
Aw. I've never seen Lost Boys.
I love him so much. Very homoerotic.
Best fictional
which is
vampire.
what Joel Schumacher wanted all along. May he rest in peace.
Man. I could say the best fictional vampire would be like Christopher Lee's Dracula. I've never seen it, so I can't say. But I do have to say, my favorite fictional vampire that I've read is actually from a book series called Cirque du Freak.
Oh my god, I fucking love Cirque du Freak.
I've never finished it. I need to get the first 2 books again because they got stolen from me. But Darren is my favorite vampire.
Darren, watch the movie.
So good. The movie. I only watched the movie because Josh Hutcherson was in it when I was in fucking middle school, and I was going through a big like Hunger Games phase, and I was obsessed with Josh Hutcherson. But the movie is god awful. Octa looks really cool. Spider, she looks cool. But that book series is really good. I love it. But yeah, Darren, my favorite fictional vampire. Cool dude. Crepsley's cool too. Adam.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Oh my gosh.
Because I grew up in the in the 2000s, and a lot of the music I grew up was like nu metal and fucking like alternative rock. I'm gonna have to say fucking Blade straight up.
I knew it. My head was like, he's gonna say Blade. He's gonna say Blade. He's gonna say Blade.
Dude, I grew up with fucking.
I fucking also love Blade.
Dude, skateboards, 7-string guitars, and like fucking beanies and spray cans and spikes all over your shit, dude. I mean, fucking Blade for sure. Hands down. That's definitely the definitely that's the shit that that I grew up for sure with. As far as vampires go, it's just got hands down be fucking Blade. Because not only that, but what I like is that he's also fighting. It's also like an internal battle within himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to kind of like what is it called? To deny what he is. You know?
Yeah.
The inevitable.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I like your guys' answers.
What about you?
I can't say much because I completely avoided a lot of like
vampire media.
Yeah, when I was a kid and growing up, so I can't really answer that.
Damn, bro.
But I mean, if she counts, it's gonna be fucking Lady D from like Resident Evil because that's the only other one that I know.
That counts. That's gonna be like, yeah, I like her too. But I think I said Darren because I really get a grasp on who he is as a person.
Yeah.
But and he's not completely murderous, which I love Lady D. I love that she's completely murderous. Good for her. But I wish I knew more about her other than she loves her daughters and she hates men.
You know what fucks me up about
Yeah,
Lady?
but like that's the thing. I can't relate to any of this because I avidly avoided any vampire media growing up because of like the running joke with my mom and everything. It always like upset me. I never liked it.
That's fair.
I still don't like it.
It's okay.
But yeah, that's like the only, I guess, like vampire media thing that I have consumed.
Yeah.
I think Kimmy actually means Edward Cullen from Twilight.
No!
No. Sorry, I think you mean Alice from Twilight, okay?
I'm not even gonna lie about Lady D. I mean, it's crazy how she just decided to murder and kill all kinds of people when if she had an iron deficiency, all she had to do was eat some glizzies, bro. Straight up. Fucking, you know how much iron glizzies have? Like, I had a
think it has to do more with her regeneration
bro,
power.
I had a friend who was like anemic to the max, and the doctor straight up told her eat more glizzies. But she decided to go the route of, I guess, torturing and killing. I mean, damn, dude, you went from A to Z real quick. I would have just gotten some hot dogs.
Damn.
Shut the fuck up.
They make pills for that shit, you know?
Well, going back to Twilight.
Oh my god.
Yes.
My next question is,
Would I name my child
favorite-
Nessie?
No. Who's your favorite fictional werewolf?
Oh, that's hard. I
no.
feel like I was never really into werewolves.
Uh-oh. I gotta do some Googling first. Hold on.
Mine is easy and very obvious. It is Ginger from Ginger Snaps.
Shit.
I fucking
My own D&D character.
that counts.
My old D&D character I made for one shot where she was a cowboy and she was a werewolf.
I say that counts.
Okay, so, like, simply because I don't know any other, Rainbow from Harry Potter.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah. You must have from Harry Potter, yeah, literally.
Lupin's great. He's a good teacher. He deserves better. But yeah, that's literally, like, the only fucking werewolf I'm really aware of. Because I don't consume a lot of werewolf media, surprisingly enough.
I feel like there's a lot more vampire nowadays than there's werewolves.
Yeah.
Now,
But yeah.
when it comes to werewolves,
Awu?
so I haven't seen many movies where the main character is like an iconic sort of werewolf, aside from maybe like the werewolf in aside from what's that called from an American Werewolf in London, or like the Wolfman. But I will say some of my favorite ones have to be from Dog Soldiers. They're literally, I don't know if you ever seen the movie Dog Soldiers.
No.
It's like these group of like soldiers that are stuck in the forest, right? Battling these obviously very fast, very voracious and deadly huge werewolves. Like it's not that they're buff, they're just big and they kind of look like a question mark. So it's like they're big and brawny on top, but they're kind of slim and like they almost look like Slender Man if his top was a little more inflated and like meaty. They look very creepy, very freaky and very creepy, and they're extremely dangerous in the film. Like they are like trained soldiers that are barely hanging by like the skin of their teeth against them. But Dog Soldiers has to be one of my favorite werewolf movies.
You weren't gonna pick Sonic the Werehog?
Oh,
Bro,
I can die.
I missed my shot. I'm not even gonna. Damn, dude.
Oh, you missed it, dude.
Damn, bro.
Oh, to be fair, I've never played that game. That's the one Sonic game I haven't played, along with like the Black Knight.
Oh my god, I'm a dumbass.
What?
Probably
What's-
fucking Farkas from Skyrim. I forgot about Companion. Shit. God. Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Or any of the werewolf ladies from Trick or Treat.
That too.
Valid, yeah.
That too. Hell yeah.
God, I've got a fucking Skyrim tattoo. How did I forget about the companions? What's wrong with me? Shit.
All right, next question.
Yeah.
Based off of Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Are you guys afraid of clowns? Why or why not?
See, I
No.
used to be. I used to be.
And the answers to why am I not afraid? I don't know. I think as a kid I was scared of clowns, but I feel like that's a lot of kids, and either you grow out of it or you develop chlorophobia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I just sort of grew out of it.
Yeah, I think I did too. I think I grew out of it because, like, I remember as a kid, I used to find them like really creepy, and like I would always try to avoid them whenever, like I almost bumped into them. But like as you grow up, you do kind of like just let it go. It's not that big of an issue. Like they're not really creepy or scary anymore.
Yeah. I remember when I was little, we were at a rodeo here at the Civic Center where they also have the fair. But we were indoors for the rodeo, and they had one of the clowns up in the audience, and I just basically hid in some random old man's lap because I was so scared. I don't even remember who that dude was. Mom didn't know who he was. I just crawled into this random old man's lap
Oh my
and
god!
hid my face in his chest because I was really scared. But I think like the most kind of freaked out like the idea of clowns I've been recently, quote unquote, was like back in 2016 when all those clowns were just like torturing people, basically
Oh my
terrorizing
God.
people.
2016 doesn't even feel real.
It does not. It was a very strange year. It feels like it was 10 years ago, and yet just
Yeah, even during 2016, it didn't feel real. Like that year was just like
what
weird.
the fuck? Like so much shit happened that year.
Okay, so as clowns go, I'm very indifferent about clowns as a kid growing up, to be honest. It just wasn't ever really something that I was fearful or not fearful of. I did find them to be pretty cool though, because my first introduction to clowns, as far as what I remember, was Twisted Metal Black's Sweet Tooth. So he is a murdering clown, right? He's just a straight up murderer, straight up serial killer.
Yeah.
That has like a curse placed on him, right? So he's got like a curse placed on him by this preacher, and his goal is basically to find that preacher, get the curse off, and continue, being a serial killer. But other than that, I mean, I've always thought clowns to be pretty dope. I mean, fuck, you got like Gamzee and Homestuck. I'm not even gonna lie. You got what else? I mean, Insane Clown Posse got some bops here and there. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm down with those fucking little juggalos as far as aesthetics go. Um, shit, they just always have been kind of cool. My dad's a different story, but for me, I can't really say I'm scared of them, to be honest, or I'm fearful of clowns. I mean, I am a living clown. Like I can't fear myself, bro.
God damn it, Adam.
Jeez.
All right, next question is The Return of the Living Dead. How likely are you to party in a graveyard?
Party in a graveyard?
Depends on the time of day.
It also depends on whether or not I could actually do that, because I also don't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm
Can
gonna
we go
actually
to a Confederate's graveyard and party.
I'm definitely on the same page as Loki here. I would love to, because the inner angsty fuck. Well, to be honest, I mean, I used to hang out at the graveyard like as a teenager. Like I remember, I would like, for whatever reason, the coolest thing to me when I ever had when I would ever walk with like a crush somewhere, I'd be like, "Do you want to walk around the Jewish cemetery? It's so cool." And I'd fucking walk around the Jewish cemetery or like the Serbian cemetery and just walk around there. And like one time, it even worked out because we both took shelter in a fucking mausoleum from the rain, and I was like, dude, this is sick. What's it called? But other than that, um, I feel like I would, as far as partying goes, I don't know, man. I think I'd feel a little too like. I think I would feel bad if I would if we were to be partying on graves and shit, dude. At least for me.
Yeah.
So we all agree. No.
Yeah.
No.
Now, would I stay overnight and go walking around? Absolutely.
I'll go have a picnic in a graveyard and
Amazing.
like just pay respects, but like I wouldn't party in a graveyard. It makes me feel real bad.
All right. So let's see. Poltergeist. What was something scary you watched on TV way too young?
Ugh. Oh, I don't know, because I think my parents were pretty good about not having me see shit like that. I wouldn't say too young, just like I was young, but like it should have been fine for kids to watch. The Thriller music video.
Oh,
feel
that makes sense. I feel like a lot of people
Yeah.
got scared by that.
Yeah. I feel like if I was a little older, it would have been fine, but because I saw it when I was so young, it really freaked me out. But I don't think there was really anything other than that I really saw that I shouldn't have seen when I was younger. Even then, that's not something that you shouldn't see. Because, I mean, anybody could watch it.
It's relatable though.
Like, I don't really have a good answer for that one.
I feel like for me, which is so funny because it's my favorite horror movie now, was Halloween. I watched that as a kid when it was just for whatever reason. I think it was just playing on TV, and it just scared the shit out of me as a kid. Oh my god! Like just the music, the way everything felt so tense, it scared me as a kid.
I have a friend who's actually like really scared of even just the theme. He's chicken shit, but he's a good person. We went to his wedding earlier this year.
I think that's really funny. That also reminds me, I think that was the scariest thing I ever saw as a kid, which was Halloween. And it wasn't the first one. I think it was the 5th one.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
But the thing is, it wasn't like in the entire thing. It was only because I was watching my VHS copy of Oliver and Company. And then somewhere during the movie, I was like sitting really close to it. Somewhere during the movie, all you see is like it cutting to one of the scenes in the beginning where Michael's coming up to someone and he like pins them against some machine or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I screamed because all you hear is like the Halloween theme, and I was like wondering what the fuck was happening.
Yeah.
Like, I was so confused.
Damn.
And apparently my dad filmed it over my movie.
Oh yeah, the classic filming over the tapes.
Yeah.
Dang, bro. Never watch Oliver and Company again.
I can. I was just upset about that. I was like, God damn it.
Don't blame you. That's kind of fucked up.
He's like, not my movie.
No,
Yeah.
my movie.
Now it's ruined.
Why my movie? What could have been somebody else's movie? Damn, Adam.
What was your question one more time? Trying to remember. What was the question?
The question was, what was the one thing that you watched way too young as a kid,
There you
which
go.
is like scary?
Okay, so that's going to be a problem for me because I was brought up on horror movies at a very, very young age.
Damn.
So right off the bat, when I was like in elementary, I was already seeing like The Exorcist and Evil Dead and like even more violence, even violent stuff as early as like Gladiator or like Alien or like Planet of the Apes. That's not horror exactly, but you know,
It was
very
actiony, very yeah.
violent. Yeah, that you know, Tales from the Crypt, Resident Evil games and shit like that. So my parents weren't my parents were not very conservative when it came to movies and stuff. So right off the bat I started watching all that really young, like in elementary, but my mom was very protective against music. That's where definitely she was holding the reins on me from, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
That's where she drew the line.
for me, everything. I've seen everything.
I've seen it all.
When I was young.
All right. Okay, next question is, what costume do you think should be banned or is extremely overrated?
Any cultural costumes need to be banned. Let's be real here.
Pretty much, dude.
Yeah.
Any of those costumes.
I think that's pretty unanimous.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, they're kind of just played out, and like the people using them tend to.
It's super like disrespectful, and it's not in good taste at all.
No. Overrated though.
I'm
Just branching off from that, overrated ones.
Sexy anything really.
Overrated one is a goddamn cat.
Oh, I was a cat in
It's
6th
the-
grade.
It's the simplest thing you could slap together. And I
Yes.
stand simple things. Because I am a lazy bitch.
The thing is, it's like any animal one. I'm just like, no, don't do it. But the thing is, like, as a kid, I did it. Kids, I don't care about. Adults, I do care about because I'm
That's
just
fair.
like, why? Like, why are you gonna do that?
I like the musical Cats a lot.
That's valid though.
I'm terrified of the musical Cats.
Not the
you're a
movie.
coward?
I love the musical.
He's a coward.
Hee. You should be a cow for Halloween.
Moo.
If I had to, if I had to say anything overrated, anything sexy ladybugs, sexy cats,
Sexy, yeah,
Sexy.
anything.
It sucks because I try to find costumes and I look women's costumes sexy, and I'm like, this is not what I want. As much as I would love to be a slut, I want something comfortable and convenient.
Exactly.
Basically,
It's stupid.
anything with sex in the front. I think it's for me, it's just kind of played out because like I get the appeal. I think I've seen it so much though that I'm like, damn, dude. Like I've always made the running joke. I'm like, every time we go see a costumes or something, I'll tell Dan, man, let's see if we can make a sexy version of a walnut, a fucking ladybug, a sexy a minion, a sexy fucking, just slap sexy in front of anything and see if we can make it.
Yeah.
Cursed.
Those
Absolutely
are
cursed.
the ones that I really don't like. I'm just like,
No.
Why can't I be scary? God damn it!
exactly.
Let me be spooky. That's what the season's for.
Speaking of spooky,
Hmm.
is there anything that most people find scary, but it doesn't bother you?
Aaron, it doesn't bother me.
I think for me, but this part is kind of 50-50, I think open water. But it depends.
The open water scares me when it's nighttime.
Yes.
It fucking, oh my god. So when I went, I'll explain because it feels so fucking weird. So recently, the aquarium here had a photographer's night. And Chris and I went because I like to do photography.
Yeah.
And there was one point where you could walk through, and you know how you walk through those passageways where it's just the water surrounding you because you're able to see through the glass or whatever?
Yeah.
And there's this one section where I think the seals are, and because it uses natural light, there's no fluorescence, so it was just dark. And I held onto Chris so hard, and I just buried my face into his shoulder, and I didn't look around me. I was like, "This is gross. It's dark. It's water, and I feel like I'm staring into the void, and it's staring back at me."
You know what's even more scary is if you see the seals swim around in there and you see silhouettes and shit, dude, just floating in the dark.
Yeah, it's gross.
Gross.
So I'm gonna have to agree with you there, dude. I can't fucking stand open voids like that. Like, there's some of my most feared things. Like,
That's what you find scary.
this is why, like, when I think of fucking Stranger Things, I'm not gonna lie, seeing that fucking poster of that big old tripod, like, nothing fucks me up more than seeing a silhouette in the sky, like something up there.
Yeah.
And it first started with watching an old Godzilla movie where there's a black mountain up in the sky just suspended there, and I'm like, nah, man.
Doesn't belong there.
Like there's a band too called Deeds of Flesh, like an old death metal band that has a song called Serpents in the Sky or some shit like that, right? And they literally make a bunch of these weird non-human sounds, right? With like with a very ethereal sounding, and it's supposed to represent these things that are kind of floating through the clouds that you can't see above or underwater. Nothing fucks me up more than anything deep down in the abyss. I'll swim in the ocean, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know the minute I start thinking about it, I'm about to panic and swim back to the fucking land.
I think we all have like some sort of percentage of fear of water.
Yeah. I think you kind of have to be foolish not to.
Yeah.
Like, I like open water as long as there's, like, land behind me that I can see. But if it's, like, middle of nowhere, no islands around, nothing, even if it's during the day, no thank you. Hard pass.
I just hate the water in general, but that's just because I can't swim.
Kiss me.
But if there's something that someone is scared of and I'm not, that's basically me with Chelsea because Chelsea's scared of the Grinch and I'm not scared of the Grinch, and I always make fun of her for that.
I used to be scared of the Grinch when I was little, specifically the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Dude, she hated the little chew toy that you got for Molly. She looked at it and she's like, why'd she get her this?
Because it was Molly size, that's why. I didn't know.
Molly carry it around everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't know she didn't like the Grinch. I was like, oh, this is cute. It's tiny. It's Molly size. I'm going to get this for her.
I didn't tell you specifically because I was like, no, I need you to get it.
I don't think I told you that I got her a Grinch thing until after.
No, you said that you got her like something from like the Grinch, and I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, please let it be.
Yeah,
the
that's what I
actual
mean.
Grinch.
I didn't tell you that I'd gotten it until after we got back from shopping. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's why. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, thank God.
And then I got her Max the next year. The dog. So now she's got a matching set.
And that was another one that she would not let go either.
Yeah. Dude, I hope I get to take you to that shop one day. It smells so good in there, but whatever. Moving on.
But yeah, I do think that one's funny. If there's something that someone is afraid of and I'm not afraid of, it's the fucking Grinch because of me and my sister. And it's also it's also the dark, and I could say it's because I'm blind, but
that's another thing I used to be scared of.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
I used to be scared of the dark.
I'm still scared of the dark.
It depends on the situation for me. If I'm in an unfamiliar place, then yeah, I'll be freaked out. But like if I'm here or like my aunt's house, then I'll be fine.
Here's a question that could be a yes or no.
Okay.
Do you believe in life beyond our planet? So do you believe in aliens?
Absolutely. There's
Yes.
no fucking way
Yeah.
that we're the only ones. There's no way.
It would suck. It's scary if we are the only ones, and it's also scary if we aren't. But I would hope that we aren't.
Yeah.
I really do hope that we're not. Because honestly, if there was like a choice of whether you would think which one, I would want to really believe that there is.
Yeah.
Instead of there isn't, because that's just like, that's a whole nother level of terrifying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the universe is ever expanding, and I try not to linger and think about it for too long because it gives me an existential crisis, not gonna lie. But it's just, the universe is so big, and there's so many galaxies and planets and such. It would be foolish not to think that there's not something out there.
That's true.
There's gotta be. We can't be the only ones.
Now, do you believe there's other dimensions?
Yes.
I would like to think that there's different parallel universes where
In an alternate dimension, I am rich and don't have depression.
I am fit. I'm probably, I don't know. But I feel like, yeah, anytime I make a choice, it branches off in another dimension somewhere. You know?
Yeah.
I like to think that's very interesting.
I think there's several parallel universes.
I do think so.
It's kind of like Spider-Verse-esque.
Like, the thing where it's like, if you get deja vu, that's because like your past self has lived through it, so you're just remembering it.
Yeah.
I believe in that. I do believe in that.
I think that's cool.
I'm over here, like I rarely ever think about that, just because I think I play so much science fiction games that like it's just become kind of like a normal thing. So I always I know myself. I know I would probably get an existential crisis, but because I associate it with a game, no matter what, it just rarely ever freaks me out.
Mm-hmm.
What I do think about, though, more than anything on the for reals, though, is if I ever meet life outside, I want to do something stupid and give them like a Twinkie or something. Like introduce.
Yeah. That's fair.
I feel like
Give him a warhead. See what happens.
I feel like I would
Adam thing.
like. I would kind of feel bad though, because I feel like I would introduce the key to their people's destruction. Like little do they find out that they fucking love glizzies, and all of a sudden that's the downfall of their fucking peoples, or like a Twinkie.
I love that. That's funny. Of course, we know more about the surface of our moon than our own ocean, which is kind of scary.
Yeah,
Terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
it's very scary, honestly.
I can only wonder what's out there.
All right,
Kind of want to find out. Kind of don't. Who knows?
next question. Who is the best fictional witch?
Scary godmother.
Yes.
You can't convince me otherwise. Scary
Oh
Godmother.
my god, yes, Scary Godmother. Fucking love her.
My answer will always be Sarah Bailey from The Craft. She's my favorite witch.
That's fair.
I think she's the best witch.
Or oh my god, I don't remember her name. Debbie Reynolds' character in Halloween Town.
Yes.
Yes. Best witches ever. Right
Barney
there.
in Halloween Town.
Yes.
Most of the cast in Halloween Town.
Yes.
Actually, I got a question.
What's
up?
Would you consider Ursula a witch?
Yes,
Yes.
she's a sea witch.
Yeah, she's literally called a sea witch.
Ah, sick.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Then for me, it's gotta be It's gotta be there. It's gotta be. Wait a minute. Wait. What about? So my favorite Disney princess movie is Sleeping Beauty. Is
Uh-huh.
Maleficent a witch or is she not?
Counts as a witch, kind of.
Maleficent can either count as a witch or a fairy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See that's what I was curious about. Well, if we're gonna go straight witches, I'm gonna have to go for Ursula straight up.
Yeah,
Good choice.
She's literally a sea witch.
Yeah, that's a good choice. I like that.
I got to.
That bad bit energy, bro.
Yeah.
Like she knows she can't be fucked with.
Until she gets too big and you get a ship with a broken front mast.
It happens, like it happens, bro. It happens.
Bob.
It can happen to anyone.
You're right.
All right. Next question.
Yes.
Do you have any superstitions?
I believe
I do.
in a good thing to keep the ghost light on in a theater for the ghosts to be able to see where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
And that you shouldn't speak of the Scottish play while you're in the theater while the Scottish play is being performed.
It was too late. That we all fucked that shit up in high school.
Yeah, we did.
So
God. I have a story behind this though. We were reading the actual story. I don't know. I guess we're safe. We're not in a theater. We were reading Macbeth in 12th grade English class. And I do get nosebleeds from time to time if the weather is dry. Like the air is dry outside. The air was not dry this day. We were in the middle of reading Macbeth and I just got like one of the worst nosebleeds I've ever had. Usually it lasts for like maybe a minute or two max and it only drips a little bit. But this in particular, I was bleeding for like 10 minutes and it like dripped all the way like down my neck and shit. It was really bad. I was fine. I wasn't lightheaded or anything, but I just thought it was really weird that I got a nosebleed in the middle of reading Macbeth. And I was like, so this is great. I don't like that. Adam.
Yeah, so there's only one for me, and it fucks me up because I got Diane into it, and it fucked them up. So back then, I would always tell them in high school, right? Like, okay, we have to, if we're walking down the street, and if we both go in opposite directions of a pole, that means that as soon as you see me after the pole, it's going to be another me from another dimension. And it's not going to be the same me. And at first it was a little joke, but then because they're autistic, they started taking that shit like religiously,
Oh.
So like if I fucking do that now, they're like, no. I think it's just more of the fact that we we're breaking tradition,
Yeah.
something different. But for the most part, that's something that's just always stuck with me. Like I did it one time and then it just stuck with me. But now it's just always in the back of my head, like, if I cross through this pole and you see me on the other side, it's not me. It's another dimension of me.
What about you, Loki?
I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head.
If you drop a piece of candy, the devil licked it.
I remember that.
Yeah,
No lo cojas porque lo chupó el diablo.
I love that. I love that. I've never heard that.
If your grandma falls off the floor, you can't pick her up. Sorry, grandma.
Oh.
Which
Sorry,
is so
Grandma.
funny because when they used to say that to me, I was like, so the devil sucked me when I fell? And I was like,
Funny.
it's so weird, yeah. That I was like, why would the devil do that?
That was freak.
Damn.
I guess another superstition that I kind of have. It's not really superstition. It's guess kind of somewhat based off of it. Depends on what your beliefs are. If you believe in like native ways, but I refuse to say Wendy boys or skinny boys.
Mhm.
Skinny boys technically you're safe to say, but I refuse to say it anyway because I'm paranoid about that shit.
Oh, Diane is so panicked about it, and then I go saying it, and they're like, "Ah, stop!"
Yeah, stop.
And I'm like, damn, my bad, bro.
Yeah. What about you, Kimberly?
I think I have any like right off the top of my head. I can't think of it.
Oh damn, really?
Yeah.
That's fair. Also,
I
I
don't think
appreciate
there's
you. I
anything.
appreciate you respecting that skinny boy, Wendy boy thing for me.
Yeah.
It makes me happy.
course.
Think.
Sometimes I will slip up and probably say it.
You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I don't panic too bad, but I'm like, oh.
Okay, well, speaking of speaking of superstitions and traditions, what's a tradition from your culture that you think should be mainstream?
I'm white. I don't have culture. But
So that can always backfire, but
It can really always backfire, but I do think a lot of the stuff has already been mainstream.
this is true. So if I had to think of, well, this is hard because we don't do Halloween, bro. Like traditionally speaking, Halloween is a very American kind of thing, and like I know for like we talked about in the last episode, for a lot of our people, like our brown peeps, traditionally speaking, this shit is very bad. Like we're not supposed to. But
Yeah.
I think if I had to choose anything, I will, just like you said, it's actually already mainstream. A lot of our urban legends, a lot of our urban legends are already somewhat mainstream, but I don't think we have any Halloween traditions. At least to my knowledge, I don't. Because I grew up with a lot of people that were like so into Halloween, and then I knew others that were like, we're not touching that. But no, yeah, I can't. You got anything on your end?
Yeah, no, because I think a lot of like our traditions just stem of what we have grown up with, because like, we're in America and we celebrate what they do for Halloween.
Yeah.
We don't really have like our own thing until it hits for like Day of the Dead. That's what we really do. That's what we really celebrate.
Yeah.
I think that's a really beautiful holiday, by the way. I love it. It's very sweet. It's a very nice celebration. I can't wait to go make an altar with you, or help you with your altar.
Yes, she's gonna help me build an altar for Kathy.
Nice. It's
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a little table in the living room that is really nice. It's got like a couple plants on it, but we're gonna move that and we're gonna make that into an altar for her.
That's very nice.
I do have to like tell her mom and brother, like, hey, if you see those candles still lit at night, don't turn them out.
Yeah, bro, I got a story for you actually. Okay. Check it out. So my cousin Bruno tells me that. So my cousin Bruno didn't grow up with like uber like a traditional Mexican kind of thing, right? His family is Mexican, but he's not like, he's more like LA street based, right? He's more of a Chicano, if you will. Now,
yeah.
So he went to his friend Caesar's house, who is straight up more traditional Mexican. All right.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. And so Bruno walks into this friend's house, and it's around the Day of the Dead. So they're both hanging out in the room. Bruno says, I'm going to go to the kitchen and grab something and go to the restroom after. Okay, that's fine, dude. Bruno goes, fucking comes back to the room with a big ass concha, and he's just munching on it with a glass of milk. And his friend doesn't notice it until he looks back and he's like, where the hell did you get that? He's like, dude, dude, I have to thank your mom. There's a bunch of food on the table. And he's like, oh my God, you literally just stole the ofrenda. You're eating my grandpa's bread, bro. And he's looking at her like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you want some? Fuck. But what do I do? Well, eat it. You can't put it back. You can't put it back now. And he swears to this day, ever since then, like he's been on a run of like bad luck. And he's like, it's because I ate his fucking grandpa's bread, bro. I ate the ofrenda and now I'm cursed.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah, that's another thing that I like warn your mom and brother about. Where
Mostly
it's like,
my brother. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, where it's like, if you see that right there, don't touch it because that's not yours.
Yeah, that's for somebody else. I'm guessing this is a dumb question. I'm guessing it's safe to eat after Day of the Dead, right? Or do you just get rid of it?
By the time like after it's done, usually it's gone bad and you have to get rid of it.
Yeah,
okay.
It's definitely not. Yeah, it's definitely not safe to eat for sure.
Okay, that's fair. You got me.
Sure.
I just thought that's what I always wondered. I was like, man, they always, because I know sometimes you guys offer like sweets, and I know general food was definitely not safe to eat after. But
typically it's also like,
I just want to learn.
No, for sure. typically
Yeah.
it's also what their favorite dish was. If you knew what it was, you basically offer their favorite dish.
Yeah, like
Oh.
in some cases where if the person passed and you didn't get to know what they would like, you kind of just have to guess and get like a general thing. Like if a baby or child died, like in my case, I would just have to get something that I know either like a child would like.
Gotcha. Okay. That's really fascinating. I like learning more about Day of the Dead. I think it's a very beautiful tradition, and I love learning about it. The more I learn about it, the more I love it. I really wish that I came from a culture that did stuff like that, but I don't.
Well, actually, so funny enough, I was actually gonna say, I know since you don't come from it, but it's cool because now you have Kim there to kind of show you the ropes, and you can kind of like, well, you can engage in it now. I really hope that I really wish that it's not really Halloween related, but I do wish that speaking on that of Day of the Dead, I do
No, but
wish
they do combine it though because
yeah.
of like how it's just the day after.
Spirits also visiting as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people usually see that as kind of a spooky thing, even though in this context it's not supposed to be
Well,
scary.
generally, like for Halloween, people associate it with like every type of spirit being out, whether it's good or bad or whatever.
Yeah.
But usually for Day of the Dead, there's like 2 separate days where one is for children and one is for adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was gonna say, dude, if I pass, I gotta let you know right now, straight up. If I come back, there better be Twinkies, there better be Glizzies,
We'll
there
put
better
an
be
eye on the altar.
Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme.
What's your favorite glizzy? What's your favorite kind of glizzy?
Oh, dude, it's gotta be the red snappers.
I'm
Red
just gonna buy
snappers.
like the ready-made like cheese boards and stuff like that with like
Oh,
sauce.
dude,
Somebody needs to put Dr. Pepper on my altar.
your fucking mom's chile has to be there.
Oh my god.
Your mom's chile, grandma's fucking chile rellenos. You gotta have the little puerquitos. You gotta get me a whole ass like you literally about to spend a whole paycheck on my altar for food, bro.
I'm hungry,
I'm gonna
dude.
buy that. Someone better put like fucking conchas and like jalapeno cream cheese bread with mine.
Oh, fuck yeah.
My favorites.
I fucking love the jalapeno cream cheese bread.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that just slaps. Oh, that's definitely needs to go on my
I
altar
probably have
too.
a makeup so I can do that for you.
Oh, it's so easy. We can make them.
Oh, dude, I'm down.
I'm able to buy the ingredients. So we can make them anytime.
Can I also get you like a cake or something to put on your altar as well? Like your favorite cake?
You
For
can
funsies?
if the person likes it.
Ooh, I got you.
It's always a thing where if a person likes food, you have to put it at least if
God.
you can get it.
Bro, I'm about to prank you and put fucking
Shut the fuck up.
I can haunt you.
No.
like your worst foods, bro, in the altar.
Oh my god,
Fries.
that's disrespectful. How could you?
That's
Dude.
so.
That's how you're gonna end up getting bad luck.
Bro,
I know.
I'm gonna put like I'm legit gonna put like a freshly made canned tamales that I showed you last time on your altar, bro.
The fucking canned tamales?
On yours.
I do. What? Have you not seen them,
No, I know. I've seen them.
I hate you. I had to eat those because one, I was poor and homeless. I
bro?
had to eat those. I had no choice, and I hated them.
Bro, like I so on my end, I actually did not know that day that I posted them up on Discord. And like Kimberly was like, I hate you because I can taste those. I just looking at the photo.
I can.
God.
Like literally, I just have to see the can or just someone like eating them, and I can remember the smell and the taste of them, and I
Well,
hate
it could be worse. It could have been canned burger.
Ugh.
it. You're right.
Could have been the canned whole chicken.
Ew.
Ugh.
But yeah,
Gross.
so that's that.
Thank you for teaching me a little bit about your tradition.
No, of course.
It's very fun. I think it's a very nice tradition. It's very beautiful.
Well,
All right, next one. Next question. If you could ban one song from all Halloween parties, what would it be?
Anything that's not spooky related. Fuck.
It's specifically a Halloween song.
God. Okay. Hold on. I gotta go Googling real quick.
Damn.
I'm not even gonna lie, dude. I cannot deal with the Ghostbusters thing.
Well,
That's
canceled.
valid.
I'm gonna just totally. fucking play the villain here, bro. I can't. I've heard it way too many
I don't
times.
know, like I can't think of one. I kind of like almost all of them.
Same.
Me too. And Adam, who is an extreme party pooper.
Adam?
Damn.
I mean, one of us has to say something.
Damn, then you ain't gonna like my second answer. I don't like spooky, scary skeletons either.
Oh,
Wow.
How could you?
I will now proceed to leave my house and drive to yours right now.
damn.
You know, pummel me into the nah, dude. I
How
just can't.
could you? That's my fucking handle for almost everything.
And while I'm kicking your ass, I will specifically have spooky, scary skeletons.
Wow. Okay.
Girl.
Damn.
Damn.
You're introducing a little fucking trauma response here, so every time I hear it, I blink, bro. Ah.
Oh my god! I love response.
Yup. This is revenge for Kimberly's like carrot story earlier.
Shit.
Now I'm the one that's gonna have the Pavlov response.
Damn. I'm legit trying to find like a song.
Honestly, it's
That I-
okay if you can't.
Wow, I haven't thought about this song in a really long time, except I should because we were just talking about the Scooby-Doo movie the other day.
Oh my god.
God damn it. Freaks Come Out at Night by Houdini is really fucking good. God. But that's not what I want to get rid of. What the fuck can we get rid of?
No, man. Again, if you can't find one, that's completely okay.
There's got to be an annoying one. God, what?
Oh,
well,
there's probably somewhere in the realms
Yeah,
of.
somewhere. There's definitely
there's got to be
one.
something. Like, yeah, it's keep talking. I'm gonna keep scrolling.
We're just gonna move on.
Shit. No. I gotta find something,
You don't have to. It's okay.
but I wanna. It's gonna bother me if I don't. Oh man. Okay.
Oh my God.
Here's one song. I think we should probably stop using Hotel California.
Who uses Hotel California as a scary song?
This is it.
What if
I
our
mean-
Halloween CDs has Hotel California on it?
I mean,
I don't
well,
know.
actually,
This question specifically is Halloween songs. Like
Yeah.
specifically,
to be honest,
can't
that's
be that.
God damn it! I don't know
No.
that. Fuck you.
that's not that
Halloween
far
songs
off.
are good.
Lexi's not that far off because it is 2022. Like even Billie Eilish's "Bury a Friend Is Buried a Friend" is considered by a few a
Yeah, I
Halloween
saw that on the list.
song.
Yeah.
I saw that on the list. I was like, really? Okay, I guess.
I have heard that. I have heard that from a few people. So it's not that far
You know
off.
what? You know what song we should ban for playing for Halloween? Zombies by the Cranberry, because that's not what that's about, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I
It's
hate
also-
that song. It's fucking annoying.
All right.
I'm actually
I'll agree with
I'm actually gonna play my evil self again. It's kind of a trash song, anyways. It's
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not trash. It's just mid.
I don't like it. It's annoying. The pitch is annoying,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate because one of my friends really likes this. Like, I don't like it. It's
Oh.
annoying as shit.
Okay, so it is a really well made song. I just can't stand it.
Yeah, no. It feels like nails on a chalkboard for me.
Yeah.
It just the vocal pitch is bad. I don't like it.
Now, if any one of you had said Thriller, that's when I was about to log off the fucking Discord. Right.
You know
now.
what? Sure, Thriller, fuck
That's
you.
a given. Thriller is such a classic at this point. You can't
Thriller
get rid of
slaps,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
I was like, none of you
There's
better
also
be
another
talking
one
shit
that they
about.
keep doing for the Halloween parade for the kids.
It's very
Yeah.
good.
I was like, none of you better be talking shit about Quincy Jones and his
You're the
masterful
one.
songwriting.
You're the one talking shit about fucking Ghostbusters. So suck my nuts.
Well, yeah, because bro, you can't.
No,
Dude.
too late. You're stuttering. You're stuttering so hard. You lose.
That's it for Adam.
We've got to move on. We have to. We're clinging too much on this.
Oh my god, it's fucking funny though.
It's very funny.
All
We
right.
have to move on.
Next question. The Omen. In your opinion, what is the scariest thing a kid can do?
Stand at your bedside at 3 a.m. while you're asleep,
Yeah.
staring at you.
I was just gonna say if they exist.
Me too.
I don't have kids. Shit. Why? Get out of my
Aside,
house.
aside from the kids grabbing your phone and getting on your console,
Any games on your phone?
Oh my god.
Do you have Fortnite on your phone?
Mom says it's my turn on the Xbox.
because I was that kid that went on my uncle's like game console and deleted his fucking Wind Waker game. And if you know anything about Wind Waker,
Adam, you deleted
my.
all my process and goddamn Sonic Adventure 2 and I hated
God.
you for it.
Yeah.
I could never pass like the third or
Damn.
fourth level.
Are you
If
still alive?
Dude, so you know exactly what I'm talking about with fucking Wind Waker. I
How are
deleted
you
that
still
shit.
alive?
I deleted that shit because I'm like, I want to start a new game,
Son of a bitch.
bro.
Okay,
But
so oh god.
But-
But I think I don't know, like the scariest thing a kid could do is just say that someone's behind you. Mason has done that multiple
oh
times.
my god,
Ew.
fuck.
I was getting ready to say like they see shit that you cannot.
Exactly. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Mason, please.
Or
That's
if
a
you
hard pass.
or if you hear them talking to something,
Not there.
and you know for sure they ain't no other fucking kid here that they're talking to.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
That
hard
fucks
pass for
me
me
up.
there, buddy.
That fucks me up.
Yeah, same. Ooh, okay.
I see dead people.
All right.
Oh no, I need to see that movie. I've never seen it.
It's pretty good. It's one of
Okay.
his. Anywho, continue.
You're fine. It's okay.
Keep her going.
Okay. So the next question is The Shining. What is the scariest childhood memory you have?
How traumatizing are we willing to go on this?
As much as you guys want to.
Shit. Okay. Well, luckily not too bad. Scariest.
Somebody stole my underwear as a kid once
What?
from the clothes hanger. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that shit. I cried. I remember crying.
I don't blame you.
I need you to know right now, as you said that question, something a shadow passed by the fucking light.
Oh no.
Say hi.
Say hi.
Oh my! The hairs on my neck, dude. Oh my fucking!
There's your answer right there.
Shit.
Yeah.
Literally. Something passed by and I'm like, what the fuck? I turned around. I'm like, maybe it's my chair. I'm like, no, that wasn't my chair.
No.
Oh god. Anywho, let's continue. Jesus Christ.
I think probably for me the scariest things I ever saw was like whenever my parents like yelled and argued at each other. That was the worst because my dad was really mean when he was drunk.
My scariest moment or memory as a kid is when I almost got kidnapped in front of all my other cousins too.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! And in front of everybody.
Yeah.
In front of
Well,
everybody.
no adults. The adults were inside, and I was outside with the little kids. I was also little. And some dudes came up to the gate that they were in. And they were like, "Hey, do you want candy?" And I was fucking telling the kids to like, back, you know, because I was one of the only like older ones outside with them. So I told the kids to like, back off and to go call like the adults that were inside. And my dumbass decided to walk up to the gate.
Oh my god, Kimberly.
Yeah. But I was telling them to like leave and shit like that. They almost grabbed my arm, but I remember that like our aunts came outside yelling, and before anything could happen, they like got in their car and drove off.
Damn,
So, yeah.
bro, that's scary.
Jesus. That's my memory.
Well then. I guess we on.
All right.
Can't really top that one, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, did we
next
get
one.
an answer from Adam? Adam, did you get an answer for that?
I have way too many spooky fucking happenings for me, but they all revolve around like seeing shit or feeling like something's always hearing or seeing shit around me. But it's never been one. If I could actually I do know. I have seen someone disposing of a body one time while we were driving up north.
What?
Yeah. So I saw them.
Ooh.
I saw them. We were driving up north one time. I never told my parents. My dad was tired as shit. My mom was asleep. So, but my dad didn't really notice. But I do remember seeing these two dudes throwing a corpse in a blanket over a ravine, and I only recall.
Tell anybody?
Dude, I was small. I just remember seeing. Bro, I remember seeing a hand there. Like right there from the blanket. Yeah. So I recall seeing that, but I was small and I was listening to like Pink Floyd and I was like, damn, that's crazy. And then I fell asleep.
You're listening to Wish You Were Here.
Dude, yeah, actually, yeah, that was it.
Oh my god!
I was listening to that record. Yeah. It's my favorite record to listen to during the twilight hours. If I'm awake, I'll throw on Wish You Were Here, the whole album. But I was a little, and it wasn't until like I thought of it that whole weekend, but it just it just came as a thought in my head as a kid. I didn't really think of it too much. I didn't even
Did you
talk
ever see
about
anything
it.
on the news about it?
Fuck, I have no idea. I would have to search it up, but I never looked it up, to be honest with you.
God, you probably should do that.
Dude, that's terrifying. But
That's like some cheap shit.
but I do recall it because it was pitch black. It was that stretch. You know how when you've seen it, Kimberly, when you drive up north, where there's certain areas of the road that are pitch black, like dead pitch black. And so my dad's light was shining, and there was barely anyone on the road, like early as fuck, like in the morning.
Dude,
Not even early. It was late at night, deep late at night.
Oh God.
And yeah, but I remember seeing that.
Making me think of Fairy Stone right now. Shit. There are no street lamps out that way.
Terrifying.
Oh my God. Shit, Adam.
Okay.
I'm sorry you had to see.
Dude, it's crazy.
Next question. Shopping mall. What would you do if you were to spend a night in the mall? No consequences.
I would go fucking play, because in our mall here, we have a VR center. I'm playing that bitch for so fucking long. There's a snack machine with drinks in it too. I could probably hang out there.
Nice.
If
I'd
it's
be
the mall that
ugh.
has a round one, I would fucking just fuck around the round one.
Yeah, same. Oh my God.
Oh, there's a Buffalo Wild Wings in that mall. We could get some there though. Shit.
I would go to any place that sells like clothes in my sizes and actually fucking buy it without anyone fucking telling me otherwise.
Yeah, but it said no consequences. You can probably just take it.
Exactly.
I
I
would
would-
be.
I would get-
ugh.
I would get clothes or just like fucking grab anything that I just wanted around the mall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, bro. I'd be way too anxious to be in a big ass place like the mall and like alone. I'm way too anxious to just be in there and like not think that I see something all the way across. Like my mind would play tricks on me. I
Okay,
I
but
wouldn't
here's the
even be. What's up?
You're not alone. You have a group with you that spends the night with you in the mall.
Easy peasy. Fuck, then I just hit up fucking. I know exactly what places I'd hit up too. Okay, straight up. I got a list. First of all, if I knew that place was happening, or I'm gonna call your ass at 3. If I knew, I'm gonna call your ass like at late at night. I'll be like, hey, I know you're asleep, but I need to know y'all motherfucker shopping lists because I'm about to go grab a couple things for you. So you better text me what you need, and if you snooze, you lose because I'm only here for a night.
Everyone's getting what they want for Christmas, apparently.
Everyone's getting what they want.
Yeah. Will you bring me a Build-A-Bear? I've never gotten a Build-A-Bear.
Shit, I'll bring you as many as you want.
I will get you a Build-A-Bear.
I would like to now. I want to picture Adam trying to fucking kill a bear.
Okay, that's a whole different story. I never
Specifically
said
a
it was gonna be
toothless one,
perfect.
please, thank
Oh
you.
my God.
Specifically toothless. Has to be toothless. Otherwise, I will not be happy.
I will get you a Build-A-Bear
Yes.
for your birthday. I will get you a Build-A-Bear for your birthday.
I'm so happy.
I never said
Well,
it was gonna
have
be
me.
perfect, but you get what you get, and you don't make a fit. So if
No,
it
see,
looks,
a friend made it for me. I'll treasure it no matter what.
She was panicking because she lost one of the shirts I bought her.
I was really
Damn.
upset. And it turned out, well, it wasn't even like, because I looked at my chair 3-4 times, wasn't never there, and then I woke up sometime last week and it was just on top of my chair. After I've been missing for a month and a half. I was mad. But yeah, I was frantic because I was like, dude, this is how I am with stuff that friends get for me. I'm like, I always keep it no matter what. Mostly, depending on what it is. But if it's like a shirt or a stuffed animal or something, I'll keep it. And I hate like losing shit that friends get for me because I feel really, really bad. Because also like I just have an emotional attachment to stuff like that. Because a friend got it for me. I can't help it. Toy Story fucked me up. Leave me alone.
All right. Next question.
Oh, did Loki answer that? Loki, did you answer that?
If yeah, I would just dig around in round one.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck,
Okay.
get all those fucking plushies.
Hell yeah.
I like if I need any more.
Straight up.
FYE,
You
Loki.
don't need any more, but
I-
goddamn.
Got
I
a
support
decent
you
build a
for getting
bear.
it.
One more thing straight up. I'm about to go into Hot Topic, and just for the end, just steal every fucking piece of like related clothing and give them an aneurysm.
I have an aneurysm anytime I walk into a Hot Topic and I see that.
Find anything
It's
Howl's Moving
so
Castle and get it for me.
weird.
Dude,
Anything
I-
Howl's Moving Castle, please get it for me.
I feel like I
Oh.
time travel every time I see those things, and I'm just like,
Did I hear girl?
what year is
Oh,
it?
no. Oh no. I said "gur" and all of a sudden they came running.
Oh my god.
Hi, Diane.
Hi.
Hi.
This
There
is
they
me.
are.
This is who you're hurting. It's a picture of Gur just dancing.
Oh my
Nice. Oh shit. But yeah.
I love it.
Also, FYE has mochi. Gonna be a bunch. Oh, so good. Okay, we gotta move on. It's making me hungry.
Okay.
Fire up some gyoza.
Ugh,
Fire up
I
some
want gyoza.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Yeah.
gotta stop talking about food.
please, my stomach is growling. I'm dying. We're running on ham sandwiches over here.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Next question. House on a haunted hill. If Vincent Price offered you a lot of money to stay overnight, would you?
Yes.
Yes, money.
Definitely.
Overnight? Yes.
I'm
Overnight.
poor.
I live in a haunted
I'm
house
too.
already.
I
I'm
am
poor and I live in a haunted house.
100% I would.
me
How
being
haunted are we talking though?
Very.
Okay, bet. I can pull a 24-hour thing. It's fine. Wouldn't be the first time. Won't be the last.
For a
me
night.
being an absolute like slut for like musical gear. Oh, dude, I am hella down to stay 2 nights. Shit.
Man, if there's Wi-Fi and I can watch YouTube and order pizza, I think I'll be fine.
Oh, I'd be terrified, but
I'll
I
save,
have
but I think I'll otherwise be fine.
Yeah.
I have my way to psych out ghosts for sure. I think I'm that annoying and weird that I for sure will like psych out ghosts, bro. Straight up.
Okay, next question. What's the scariest way to die?
Ooh.
Drowning.
I'd say either drowning or burning to death.
Yeah.
Or being crushed by something.
Oh yeah.
I think I'd agree more with drowning just because like I can't swim and it's more likely to happen.
I'm going with burning because it's the most painful way to die.
Scariest way?
If we're talking Final Destination-esque shit, I'd say the log truck.
Oh my god,
Sex.
no.
No.
scariest way for me is claustrophobic. For sure.
Oh, like any kind of claustrophobia kind of thing.
There was a real life thing that happened where this cave diver fucking got stuck underneath.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cut his own hand off, right?
That's
No, no, no,
happened.
no, no,
No, but that's happened to multiple people. There was one recently because I watched the Internet Historian, and he talked about this guy who got stuck in a cave. He was trying to come back up, but his light went out. That when he tried kicking himself up, he kicked a rock and dislodged it, and it made his foot get stuck, and he got
Oh.
stuck to the point where he passed, unfortunately, in that cave. And it wasn't until years later, because it's very huge and very convoluted, that he wasn't properly buried until like in the 60s, I want to say. I might be completely wrong because I need to search this up again. But yeah, he unfortunately passed away in there. After so many attempts to be rescued by his brother and I think a family friend.
And
Damn.
he had to literally come to the conclusion that this is it. I think for me, anything claustrophobic and just being stuck there is definitely for
getting
me.
trapped somewhere.
a way to go.
Yeah, that reminds me. Luckily, this little girl did not die, but there's this dude I watch on YouTube. His name is Exploring with Josh, and he was actually exploring some caves with some buddies of his, and they happened to come up, like they squeezed through this smaller crevice to like a different part of the cave, and it's like a tourist area, right? And they find this little girl. She couldn't have been any older than 6 or 7 years old, completely in the dark, no flashlight, and she was crying because she was scared. She'd gotten off track somehow and was away from her family. But luckily they found her and were able to bring her back to her family. But they were like, it's really scary to think about what could have happened if we didn't go this way or if we didn't find this little girl.
Yeah, that's
But-
crazy.
Yeah.
I guarantee if you look it up, you've seen the clip. It's a very famous clip at this point. It's a good video, and it's also just like, and she couldn't speak English either, so like there was some communication problems, but they were able to get her out and get her reunited with her family. So that's really scary to think about. Just getting trapped in a cave, getting trapped anywhere, period. But a cave, especially
Yeah.
where the oxygen can be limited, no, thank you. No, thank you.
You good?
Yeah.
Our next question is the Amityville Horror. Have you ever lived somewhere that appeared haunted? If so, how?
Well, I've lived in this house my entire life, and the older I get, the more I'm like, I think I'm living, especially since you've moved over here. You brought something with you, dude.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
That's okay.
My life needed some zest. Yep, here you are.
The house I used to live in before I moved here, everyone would say that it looks haunted,
Mm-hmm.
and every time I tell them that it is haunted, they're not surprised.
Yeah.
Just by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And it's also because like our landlord has never fixed the windows or anything. So you just see like the board or like our stuff on the balcony right there. So it looks fucking haunted. Especially during Halloween. And I think it's funny.
That's fair.
I don't think my last like because this is like the only other place I've lived other than my first apartment. I don't think the first apartment looked haunted. I think the Boys and Girls Club I used to go to looked haunted as shit. But that's because it was an old ass building from like the 30s.
That makes sense.
That's fair.
Yeah. Oh my fucking guy, he fucking dead.
Hello.
There he is. He lives.
Okay, so I've experienced quite a number of things, but I don't know if the house is specifically haunted. Like I do remember moving into the second house on Herbert, and fucking I remember, dude, like there was this random cross underneath our neighbor's house, stuck right into the cement. I don't know why it was there. It was just there.
I don't like
in his
that.
shed. Yeah, that shit was scary, and no one ever thought of digging up anything. They just like, oh, it's just been here stuck in the cement. And I'm like,
Oh, that's a one-way ticket to hell if you dig that shit up.
I was like, okay, whatever's, bro. I used to go in there all the time though, because that's where like a lot of like toys and like a bunch of cool shit was. One time the fucking door slammed behind me, and it was dark in there, and I was like next to that cross, and I'm like, oh, dude, fuck no. And I remember I busted the door. I broke it, but I was like, hell nah.
Howdy.
George's house, my friend George, he always has story. I've experienced some shit in his house too. I will literally see one time, and I thought I was tripping out. I'm like, ain't no way that happened, bro. I'm about to ignore this shit and play some fucking games. But basically, the door literally it clicked open and it pushed itself, and I was like, no way that shit happened. Ain't no fucking way. And he's like, I mean, I just kind of live with it, dude. I'm like, ain't no way you just fucking live with that kind of shit, bro. For real? He's like, yeah, it is what it is. I'm like,
I mean, I've lived
There's
with,
nothing you can do about it.
I've lived.
I was like, oh hell no, dude.
Yeah,
For real.
Jeff, all you do.
I do.
But obviously I have experienced shit here in this house, but I just kind of try to ignore it. Like what happened earlier, a few moments ago, literally something fucking flashed by the light, and I was like, ain't no way I just saw fucking shadow right here.
Yeah, that's a hard pass.
And I was like, see, the thing is, I feel like if there is something here, it's not like it's just playful or something, because
Yeah, it's not malicious.
because I felt like, don't tell Dan, but I have felt like footsteps and shit behind me while I'm playing guitar, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I have earphones on, but I feel like something getting close to me, and I'm like, just like when Diane, like I normally have this sense of when Diane comes up behind me to tell me something, and every single time it's Dan, and so I get that a few times when I'm playing by myself and Diane's streaming in the room, and I'm like, holy shit,
That's
fuck.
a nope.
Here's the thing: you're saying don't tell Diane, but Diane listens to the podcast.
Sorry, Diane.
Sorry, bro. But yeah, shit. Last time something came out on fucking video, I posted it on Instagram, and I was like, ain't no way there's a black fucking figure there. And there was. And I checked it, I'm like, there's nothing there.
Still have the picture?
No, I don't have it no more.
God damn, I was gonna ask you to send it to me because I really wanted to see it.
I deleted that shit. I was like,
valid.
bro. I was like, ain't no way this thing's staying in my phone. I'm like, I don't have any evidence. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. If you ever see anything again, send it to me ASAP, please.
Oh my god.
Oh, I like seeing that shit. It's cool.
This is
It's
how
freaky,
we
but
start.
it's cool.
This is how we start our like curse, like our 7-day curse. Adam
Oh my
takes
god, no.
Adam curses his friends in like the fonts of fucking like it's always sunny.
Oh my god.
It's fine. It's fine. What's the worst that can happen?
Oh my god.
Well.
Okay.
All right, next question. Our next question is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What is the most unusual or coolest thing you've ever eaten?
Ooh.
Well, for most people, for me, simple. It's just crickets.
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah,
also eaten crickets.
Like
It's crickets.
I forgot what they're called in Spanish, but chapa. I forgot what they're called, but I have had like crickets before. It's like a normal thing. It's like a normal way to get your protein, and they put them with
It's a
like
snack.
sausage.
It's a snack.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like seasoned and stuff. Yeah.
It's crickets.
I think the most unusual. It's not very unusual. It was gross more than anything. It was like, those lollipops that you can find in candy stores sometimes, where it's like it's got little habanero seeds in them. I've had one of those, and it wasn't even spicy. It was just gross. It wasn't even sweet. It was just like licking a thing of plastic. It was
Gross.
nothing sweet. It wasn't even spicy.
Oh,
I was upset.
gross.
But that's like probably the weirdest thing I've ever tried. I would like to try one of those lollipops that's got a scorpion in it, though.
I just heard
Although-
something scratch my door.
Oh, is it a cat?
My cats are asleep behind me.
Oh,
What about the other one that was outside?
I need to check the window.
okay.
He's asleep on the chair outside.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
it's fine. They're just checking on you. It's fine.
It's okay.
My dogs that passed away.
Oh, it might be your dog. It might be the puppy.
They're checking.
He's checking on you.
Well, that kind of fits with the next question.
Oh boy.
For a reanimator, if you could bring anyone back to life, historical or not, who would it be?
I have a few answers for this question.
I only have one.
Personally, I'd probably bring back like a couple of my cats, and a couple of people in my life that were really close to me. Like, there's somebody who was back to me. He actually died the night of one of our Halloween parties, so that ties in. And two people who were like my grandparents, because I didn't really get to know any of my other grandparents, but they were family friends. They would basically adopt me as their granddaughter. And then if we're talking not historic wise, but if I had to bring back a celebrity, probably Robin Williams.
Or bring back Ronald Reagan just to kick his ass.
That's fair. Valid.
Oh, I love that.
I would like to bring back Marilyn Monroe to personally apologize to her for all the shit we keep putting her through.
Yeah. Same.
Let the woman rest, please. Fuck.
Probably Cortana from Halo, bro.
Fucking
Nah,
nerd.
but for real. But for reals though, for reals, on the realsies, there are two people that I would bring back for sure. One is my grandma, and the other
Mhm.
one being my dog Pepper. Bless up.
Oh, Pepper.
Yeah, Pepper. And third, no, that's about it. Just two people, to be honest.
Okay, that's fair.
The only person I would bring back, and it's pretty obvious. It would be Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt, it would be Kathy. Like I always said, like trade places,
That's
Kathy would
understandable.
definitely be like my number one that I would want to bring back, no
Aw.
matter
Damn, making me sad over here, dude.
what. Even though like I've some of my family members have like weirdly compared us to each other. Even though like it's the obvious that you can't really do that,
Mm-mm.
but they still compared us as twins, where it's like, oh, she would have done this better, or she would have done this, or she would have done that better, and I'm just
How do
like,
you know?
both fuck up in these things. Like you don't know that.
How do you know that? That's a fucked up thing to say. What the fuck? Can I have a conversation with those people, please? I just want 5 minutes in a room and a baseball bat.
There was one thing that my dad told me that still stings today, where it's like he told me that it should have been me instead of my sister. That's why I don't really have contact.
If I
with
ever
him.
meet Dad, I'm in prison. I'm sorry.
Oh, honestly, for me, it's on site.
Same.
It's on site with my dad. Honestly,
I'll do it for free. For legal reasons, it's a joke.
it is it's a complete joke. Please don't take it seriously. Speaking of dads,
God.
Speaking of parental figures, here's Psycho.
Oh God.
What's your relationship with your mother like?
The snort.
Depends on the day. It really fucking depends on the day. Depends on whether or not she's being in a good mood or not.
Exactly. I
My
know.
mother is probably one of the most bipolar people I know.
My dad is the most bipolar person I know.
My mom and my brother. Most bipolar people I know. Easily.
My relationship with my mom, very rocky. Now it's like pretty okay because I'm not physically there anymore.
Yeah. I feel like I'll be in when I move out.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
But my relationship with my mom growing up wasn't always like too great or anything. There was a time where like I came out to her, the first time when I came out as bi, and she did not talk to me for 2 years. Silence for 2 years. Or she would talk to me, but it would be, oh, what do you need? What do you want? And stuff like that. And just like one-worded answers for everything. But that was it. But now that I've like moved out and I'm not physically there anymore, my relationship with my mom has gotten so much better.
Good. What about you two?
My mom's been a stay-at-home mom since 5 ever. Since my brother, since my sister, since me. So I feel like I've obviously I spent so much time with my mom. So I feel like it's good. Obviously, it could be healthier because we are talking about Mexican culture where there's just certain things you don't say and there's certain things you don't admit.
Yeah.
You know, like it's very hard, I think, for her to admit that I have depression and anxiety. You know?
Yeah.
So it's very hard for her to admit that to herself. Because I remember it's gonna be kind of sad and kind of triggering, but I did get into a screaming match once with my mom, and I admitted to her that I wanted to kill myself.
Oh shit.
And that obviously, like, I think it stunned her so hard that she stopped talking to me for a while.
Damn.
And then it just after that it never comes up anymore.
What was that thing she gave me the silent treatment for 3 days here a couple months ago, Kimberly? Do you remember?
Dude, your mom gave us the silent treatment because we were making dinner because it was already past 7. And the thing is, she said that she was gonna make dinner already, but again, it was already past 7.
We wanted to make ourselves quesadillas.
Yeah, we hadn't eaten at all. And she gave us like the silent treatment because she came out while we were in the middle of making our food.
Finally deciding that she was going to make food.
Yeah. And she said that like, oh, I was going to make food. Like I told you guys I was going to make food. And I was like, yeah, but it started getting really late and we got like super hungry. So we decided to just like make whatever we could. And she gave us silent treatment for like 3 fucking days.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing we have to deal with my mom.
I was like, goddamn. All right then.
Yeah. And then there's times where we're gonna get a little therapeutic here, where she defends people that should not be defended, my brother and my dad. But she won't do the same for me. She won't defend me.
Oh my god, like when we told her that your brother was just like weirdly fucking sitting down behind us.
Yeah. We were recording an episode of this, and we were talking about what childhood traumas, like the stuff that scared us when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he came into the living room and sat behind us on the couch. And apparently you glanced at him and he was like giving a death glare towards us.
It was like very uncomfortable stare. I did not like it. But the thing is, I had to keep talking because if I didn't keep talking, he would butt in. And we both didn't want that.
Yeah.
And we told her mom about it. And she said that he was probably just like curious of what we were doing. But I'm like, you don't look like that. Like I've seen how he looks when he's focused on something, and he doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's angry or anything.
Yeah, just being total creepville.
At that point, he did look angry for some fucking reason.
Mom said it's my turn to have a cool podcast.
Sorry, we're trying to make something of ourselves, guy. Like,
yeah. Oh my god. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. At least like 2 of us are working here in this house.
Got him.
Got him. Oh shit, dude.
Adam, how's your relationship?
It's, for the most part, me and my mom are pretty Gucci. I will say though, well, the thing about my mom that I appreciate a lot, to be honest, is just the fact that like she unlike like how do you say, she's very understanding to some degree. I think very understanding to some degree is probably an oxymoron, but anywho, it's like she'll have like some sort of like, like old school kind of mentality thing or thought, and then you kind of give her a different viewpoint of it, and she's like, well, that makes sense. And because of her experience working in a hospital with all kinds of people, she's her stereotypes and shit have like been kind of broken down. She still says some like some sketchy shit here and there, obviously some sussy shit. But it's like I gotta always tell her, hey, chill it with that or whatever. Uh, at she was very protective of me when I was younger. At the same time, she wasn't. So it made no sense, broski. Like she would be like, you can't listen to metal, and that shit's. I don't want you to end up like your dad. But hey, check out. There's a bunch of people being gutted and shit, like in some horror movies. Check it out.
God.
But the cool thing is that my mom would actually sit me down and talk to me and tell me that stuff is all make believe and fake. So that's how I was able to watch horror movies without really doing anything crazy and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think she's the one person that like I've talked to the most about like my stuff for sure.
Yeah.
And she does get a little weird out about it, but she doesn't shy away from it. She's very talkative. She's very, very talkative about it. So even if I tell her something like I out myself to her about something, she'll take a little bit of time and then she's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
But
I can't do that with my mom. If I try to give a different view, like my viewpoint on a thing that I don't agree with what she says, I'm not mean about it or anything.
No, you're never.
She gets super defensive. Like just the other day, we were talking about how she had recorded a video from one of our Halloween parties, and like there was orbs and shit in it, and I was like, the older I get, the more I think it's probably just dust. And she got super fucking defensive about it.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I'm literally just giving my opinion. And like, God, I can't. It's why I try to keep my mouth shut around her, because like I can't give any opinions around her because she'll get super defensive.
Yeah, with like Adam's mom. Adam's mom is like, she's very willing to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. She's also what's it called? She takes in all my like vagabond. She took in basically all my vagabond and like weirdo friends growing up, and just sheltered them and gave them food and shit. So she's like a mom. She's like everyone's mom, kind of mom.
Yeah, mom is like that sometimes too. Like when it comes to other people, mom is very sweet and caring. But when it comes to me, it's like it's hit or miss.
That's sometimes my mom would be like that too. And a lot of the time when we had like parties and stuff like that, everyone would see how my mom like kind of is when she acts around me.
Yeah.
Cause like I have a disability, I can't really see well, and she would actually like scream or like say something mean to me in front of other people during the party,
which is not Gucci at all.
Nah, but it's like it's just something like I had to deal with. She.
Oh my god, my cat's just gonna shit on me.
What happened?
I think they saw the cat that's outside, and they're
okay.
Shit at me. I was like zoning in so hard listening, and they started hissing. It scared the fucking shit out of me.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, my mom is like one of those people. You can even ask her if you ever somehow get the displeasure of meeting her. Sorry, mom. But you can ask her and she'll be like, oh, we tried for years and years for Lexi and stuff like that. But then like Kimberly can vouch for this. I'm around and she just like, whatever.
Oh yeah, no, literally, like her mom talks about her like she's the miracle baby of the family, but doesn't treat her that way at all. Which honestly, same, because my mom would always say that too, that I was a miracle baby, but then I didn't really treat it like that because I'm like the oldest in the family.
Yes.
And it's just because I'm the oldest in the family.
And I'm the youngest, and I'm like, what?
Usually the oldest in the family is specifically like Hispanic families, especially if you're a daughter. You're like a second mother.
You're the second mom, yeah, that's it. You're the second mom, you take care of the younger siblings, you cook, you clean.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's all I've ever done my whole entire life. Despite like having the disability, no matter what, I would always do everything and anything. I would even go to like
I feel that.
I would even go to like my siblings like parent conferences whenever my mom couldn't, or I would go to like all their performances because I was the only one that could be there.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that doing everything for my mom because, like, even, and I'm going to give a quick little example. When we went on vacation, firstly, me and Kimberly were the ones that packed the truck.
We unpacked it too.
We unpacked it too and put all the food away. And I guess my aunt, one of my aunts, well, she's the only aunt that went with us, my aunt Sherry. She's very sweet. I love her. Mom had me take out the trash and was going to have me put a trash bag on the floor because it was like leaking or something, and we didn't want to put it on the porch because they had raccoons and bears in this particular place we were staying. And my Aunt Sherry was like, no, she was already doing it. I was like, oh, I can do that. And she was like, no, honey, I've got it. You've done enough. That last sentence, you've done enough. I'm like, oh, fuck, somebody actually noticed.
Yeah.
That really threw me, and I almost cried because I was like, nobody's ever really done, except for Kimberly, nobody's ever really done that for me. I'm like,
oh yeah, ever since I've been here, I do everything here. I do almost everything here.
and I feel guilty for it. I feel so guilty.
Yeah, there was like another day where I washed like the other half of the dishes. And her brother thanked me like at the dinner table, like, oh, thank you for washing dishes. And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And her mom was like, yeah, she does like a lot of dishes. And I was like, yeah, because no one else does here. The sink just piles up.
Yeah.
If I don't do that. And I'm like, I gotta do the dishes and I gotta clean. I always like offer to do stuff.
Yeah. I still feel really guilty whenever you do that. I'm like,
And that's fine. It's hey, like I'm not saying that you don't have to feel guilty. You can't feel guilty. It's up to you. But it's just what I've always been conditioned to and what I'm used to. Because if I don't, then I feel useless. Like I can't do anything.
yeah, that's valid. Ugh. Okay, we got to move on from this question. We've been lingering on this question. We became just became a
Therapy
sorry,
circle.
audience. You guys are
It became a fucking therapy circle. Getting everything.
It feels good though. It feels nice.
It's okay. It's completely okay. So the next question is Evil Dead 2. If you had to sever your hand after it became possessed by a demon, what household or garage tool would you use to replace it in order to fight said demon?
a knife.
One of the butcher knives?
No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna go full on hash slinging slasher and be like a spatula, but no, a knife.
Okay, so what would you use to cut it off, and then what would you replace it with?
Oh, what would I use to cut it off?
Yeah.
What's something quick?
Oh. I mean, my dad's a construction worker, so I'm pretty sure I could find something. My dad probably literally has like a blade saw somewhere.
Yeah, I think I saw outside somewhere as well. I could probably do that right quick. I was in theater. I know how to do some construction. I can do that.
Nice.
What about you, Adam?
Man, you definitely got me fucked up because I only have like dull ass knives.
You have a knife sharpener. I can lend it to you.
Oh my god,
It's not what you have right now in your possession, but like it's just what would you use?
In
Should
general.
it happen?
Well, what I
If it happened in general, what would you use?
What would I replace it with?
What would you use to cut off your hand, and then what would you?
Well, clearly all I have is my fucking like lame ass like kitchen knives that are dull, so
Damn.
it's gonna be painful. And second of all, replace it with? Damn, I'm about to replace it with my fight stick, bro.
Fight stick?
The fight stick.
Yeah,
Oh my
Yeah.
fucking god.
it's a. I don't know if you play like fighting games, you know, like in the arcade, the fight sticks.
Oh
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Bro, about to fucking Hadouken some fucking zombies up in here. Nah, but
That's
for
it.
reals,
Replace
have-
with a nail gun.
I mean, I have all kinds of cool shit, but they don't necessarily like I have fucking Reaper's gun from like
Overwatch.
I have dumb stuff, literally Reaper's gun, a fucking I don't know.
You're gonna fight off with that foot fetish heart hanging in your wall.
Oh my god. I have like the dumbest items around the house that aren't considered weapons, dude. I'm literally gonna be using like Jesus Christ. I'm looking around like a fucking bubble wand.
Oh my god.
Dude. I mean shit. I'll be honest. I mean, I have seen dildos like break teeth off people's faces. That can
Oh
be
my
used as a
God.
weapon. That can be
Valid.
used as a weapon.
Valid.
Shit. I mean, I don't have much, dude, but those are some solid choices, I feel.
That's fair.
Oh my
Got me.
god.
I love that that was your answer though.
Damn. Badass over here.
All right. I need to ask, Have any of you ever went to camp?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm terrified of bears. No.
Oh my god! I'm the only one that can answer this.
Yep.
Wow.
This question was Friday the 13th. Share a crazy camp memory. Bonus points if it's scary. So funny enough, I went to camp with UCLA because I think I signed up for it in the 8th grade, and I was going on it during summer. It was for 1 week at I think Big Bear Mountain, and we went. And my memory that I liked but also didn't like was the fact that the night before we went on our hike, we were sharing scary stories, and someone was just talking about the movie Friday the 13th.
Oh my
And
god.
the next day, when we went on our hike, the place where we stopped at that was our initial end place was a huge ass lake. So some of the little kids that we had to mentor were terrified.
Mm-hmm.
They were fucking terrified. And then some other ones, when they said hey, you guys are your activity for today is getting in pairs of 3s. One of you is going to sit in the middle of the boat and the other 2 are going to be on either side, and you're going to row the boat from across the lake to the other. And immediately I was like, fuck no. One, I don't trust you. Two, I can't fucking swim. You swear I'm going to do this. A lot of us ended up not doing it, but we just ended up just hanging out right there at the lake, and we were taking pictures and everything. And one of them started to mess around and say they were seeing Jason in the water.
Oh my god.
They're little kids. It was we were all middle school, elementary age. So that was one of my I think favorite memories. One of my core memories from camp. And then another one was we were supposed to go on a night hike.
Oh,
We were supposed to hike at night.
no.
Who
And I
the fuck
told them,
does that with kids?
I don't know. They were gonna do that.
That's the dude from Sleepaway Camp.
They were literally gonna be yeah, we're gonna go on a night hike, and we are gonna. It was just gonna be a short thing that we were gonna do, and then we were gonna come back to the cabins. But speaking of Sleepaway Camp, my mom made me watch Sleepaway Camp the week before I left for camp, so that wasn't great either. Yeah, that was my scariest thing. Also, the whole entire time I was thinking it on the bus. I was like, I don't want to get murdered.
No, thank you.
I can't believe I'm the only one that was able to answer.
Hee hee.
I've been to the forest, but I've never been camping. That's just scary, bro.
This shit is scary, bro. That's a hard pass for me.
All right. Well, this next question,
Okay.
Halloween.
Oh boy.
If you're faced with a mass killer, are you a run and hide bitch, or are you a fight for your life bitch?
Horny.
I'm a freeze. I'm a freeze, fall over, and cry bitch. But yeah, no, I'll hide.
So here's the thing. I'm both, where I will hide and try to think of a plan to fight back.
Yeah, I feel like that's the
Here's the thing,
idea.
it depends on who's chasing
Yeah.
you, though.
I don't know.
Do I have enough hobbies that I have sharp objects with me? Probably.
I have a knife. I have a knife right here. It's a very pretty knife, but it's a knife.
I have a walking cane. I could,
Whack the shit out of them.
yeah, pretty much. The end of it's really hard.
Oh, a knife.
A knife. It's rainbow.
Yeah.
It's gay.
It's one of the few things my brother's given me that I actually like.
A gay knife.
A gay knife.
Gay knife.
With a black blade. It's very
Nice.
pretty.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my strategy would be hide and figure out a plan.
Mine would be hide and call the cops. Nobody
Nobody
calls the cops.
Okay, yeah, that too. But that's if you're in a panic and you accidentally drop your phone or leave your phone.
Oh, God.
Yeah, where you actually have to survive on your own fucking wits. You gotta hide and think of a plan, depending on where you are. If you know your environment well,
I gotta hide.
yeah.
I'm gonna hide. It's a hard pass for me there, buddy.
Adam,
I am literally McCulkin, straight up.
Oh
my
my
God.
god, you're home alone
have-
and shit.
Bro.
you're gonna
okay,
home
look.
alone it.
Bro, okay, look. So, because of the area that I fucking grew up in Boyle Heights, literally, we had an item in every room just in case someone broke in. Like where I slept at by the washer, we had like bats right next to the kitchen. I remember I used to carry like a homemade blade I made in like my guitar cases. My Jesus Christ, almost every room had something just in case. I blame it on my dad, dude. My dad has a bunch of homemade bats that he creates and has in his car, in his room. I think it's just because of the area that we grew up in that I'm so paranoid that I'd be ready for for a fucking killer. Straight up, I would probably die because I'm not very like athletic when it comes to that. To survive 1-on-1 against like a big hulking killer from a movie, but I would definitely give him hell. I mean, I would definitely put some Legos all over the floor, and I have something everywhere to go. I am ready.
I believe that. Also, I mean, like where I used to live, I think I told you, like, there was 2 weeks before I moved or something, there was like a shooting that happened.
Yeah.
And I immediately like told Chelsea, like, hey, get up quick, go back to like the kids' room in the back of the house. And immediately I like went downstairs to lock the door, came back up. And it was right when I was like coming back up that I felt like something hit my arm or like my back. And when I looked back, it was like debris from the wall, like the bullets had come into the house through the walls.
I remember that. That was really fucking scary.
It was really fucking scary. But like that's nothing new. That's considered
which is very unfortunate that that's considered normal.
Yeah.
God.
Like it's normal to the point where like my sister immediately and like my brothers immediately like went to the floor just in case, you know? And I was like, I ran to the kitchen. I was able to like get one of the knives that we had. And I stayed by the staircase by our bedroom, or I would run to like my mom's room to see what was happening by the curtains. So I think like in a lot of ways we are mostly prepared, kind of, to like either fight back or give the best that we can before succumbing to it.
This is why they don't make many horror movies out there in the hood, because they.
What about the Ghost in the Hood?
Oh, but see, that's different because he's a magical being. We don't have magic. That's where we're fucked.
Once we get magic, we're fucked.
But yeah, I feel like people from like grow up in like ghetto areas are kind of prepared to like either like are prepared to either dash or like fight. But the moment you bring in a magical being, I think that's where we're screwed.
Yeah. Sorry, I have 3 more questions.
Okay, 3 more.
3 more questions. Here is one of them, and it is: have you ever hung out in
I've walked around the local sway with my dad before. That was only for like 15 minutes though.
Yes. My uncle will always take me. Either it's like the Hollywood Cemetery or any other. We would always go every time. We would buy like snacks and just walk around, see what like tombstones we can see of like famous people, or if we're just walking a general like cemetery, we will stop and see like, oh, when someone died, how they died, because if they're buried like next to their loved ones. And sometimes we see like empty ones, like open plots. And a lot of the times we would see children tombstones, and we would like leave little candies or like a quarter or something for them.
Yeah. Who's the biggest celebrity you've seen? Who's the biggest celebrity's tombstone you've seen?
Shit. I think it was like Walt Disney.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think it was Walt Disney. That's the biggest celebrity I've ever seen. Well, that I consider.
Yeah.
A big celebrity. There's like multiple ones that we've seen, but I consider like
That's fair.
Well, you guys.
What was the question again?
Have you ever hung out in a cemetery?
Well, I mean, visiting my grandpa.
That counts.
You know,
Yeah, that does count.
The last time I hung out at the cemetery was because my aunt unfortunately passed away. A couple months. It's been a couple months now. And after she got buried the same cemetery that my grandpa was buried in. So after her funeral was done and over with, and I'm gonna be honest, it's been a while before that I had visited my grandpa. So while my dad and I were there, we were just like, yeah, you know what? Sure, let's go visit him. But it's been a while. And that's really the only time I ever really hung out at the cemetery is if I find myself visiting my grandpa.
That's fair. Adam.
Yes, I have been to the cemetery. I haven't been there for a while, but so I visited there for countless reasons. I've been there as cute fucking, I don't know, like high school ideas of a date. I've been there on just walking around. I've never actually been to like a genuine like funeral to visit a cemetery because I've never actually lost anyone. Like, I mean, I've lost friends and shit, but I would never really go to the funerals because I'm way too awkward when it comes to like someone passing. So I never really attended any funerals of any friends. What I do remember though, walking around with my pops, like same thing as Kimberly says. We usually just walk around, just look at a bunch of gravestones. We walk in to see the architecture of the mausoleums and stuff like that. So it's actually a very chill place for like my pops and me to just walk around. Sometimes I don't know what goes through his head as he walks around, but he just genuinely likes to walk around graveyards.
Yeah,
My
he
dad,
really does.
yeah, my pops has been to definitely like he's definitely been to like funerals and shit, but he finds comfort in walking around graveyards for some reason, whatever his reason
Quiet.
may be. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He definitely loves to take if we ever go, he definitely loves to just drive into any graveyard and just walk around and look at names and shit. But yeah,
Always like when I went to go visit my grandpa, I usually like sweeping off any dirt in the neighboring headstones or tombstone uh, plaques. Like
Yeah.
I'll start sweeping it off.
yeah,
Especially because I've noticed when my grandpa's buried, it's a lot of war veterans from like World War II,
uh-huh.
and maybe they just don't have at least living family members that visit them because they probably don't feel connection to their great grandfather or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it obviously looks like nobody really visits them. So I tend to like dust off and clean off so you could actually see their name.
Bro, my dad will carry around a bottle of just dad shit. He would carry around a bottle of like fucking of DW-40 and just quickly dust off graves and shit for yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him do that
Wow.
before.
That's
Yeah.
quite nice.
I love that.
That's nice.
I miss doing that.
Hmm.
I miss walking around cemeteries with him a lot. Okay, next question is, are you dressing up this year? And what are you going to dress up as this year?
Oh my
Because
god!
because of my ADHD, I totally forgot. So I don't know if I am or not. I don't know if I am or not.
I
I
don't know if
wanted to be Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. However, it is hard being a big bitch in this world because even at 2X, the costume did not fit me.
Aw.
Oh,
And
man.
men's 2X, by the way. And I
Are
was
you
like,
Aw.
are you
serious?
fucking shitting me right now?
Usually
Yeah.
men's would fit.
It might just be because it's fucking because you know how in other countries they make their clothing differently.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was. But I was like, I am big sad.
Not the big sad.
I am going to dress up this year, and I think I'm just going to recycle my one last year Penny Prescott Scream because I have her whole outfit.
Fuck it,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. I still have my bang. Why not?
Cute.
Last and final question.
He?
What's your all-time favorite Halloween movie?
Corpse Bride, hands down,
They live.
easily.
They Live?
Which you could say, wow, Loki, not Halloween. No, I love John Carpenter, but he also did They Live. But if
Yeah.
you were to put me in a room or point a gun to my head, I'd be like, They Live. They Live has been one of my favorites for a long time especially of John Carpenter's. I fucking love They Live.
Adam?
Return of the Living Dead. It's just gotta be punks and zombies, bro. Straight up.
Nice.
Punks and zombies.
Yeah.
Mine is Trick or Treat.
Trick or treat.
Trick or Treat is one of my favorites. Always gets me in like the Halloween fall mood. I fucking love it so much. Ever since
Wait.
I saw it when I was a kid.
Wrong way. Wrong way.
Don't do that to me.
Dude,
Oh.
No, that seems so
dude,
sad.
Diane, that shit broke Diane. That's the one line I remember from that movie though, because that story stuck with me forever, and I'm like, I hate this movie so
Oh
much.
yeah, same here. That's the fucking bus massacre one.
Yeah,
That
that's
one fucking broke me when I saw it.
Sad.
It's so sad. But also, by the time this airs, we have already.
Let's go.
But yeah, I think Trick or Treat's one of my favorite Halloween movies. If you're talking about like a movie that is based on Halloween and like gives Halloween vibes, it's gonna be Trick or Treat. Definitely.
Smell my feet.
Shut the hell up. Shut the hell your mouth.
Give me something.
Shut the hell your mouth.
Okay, so those are all the questions that I have. So thank you guys for answering all of them.
Yeah.
Um,
It's very fun.
but now I want to talk about why we love Halloween and horror. Woo! So who would like to go first?
I'll go first. I like Halloween simply because, firstly, the time of year is so nice. The leaves are so pretty. The weather is finally cooling off from god awful summertime. And also, I just like being spooky. Being spooky is very fun. Halloween has always been a fan favorite for me, personally. Whether it be trick or treating or the parties, the costumes, the candy, the movies, the music, everything. So good. I love it.
Nice.
Halloween horror. I feel like it's just a very fun time of year where you could be like, I'm not saying Christmas can't be creative, but Halloween, I feel like you get to be a bit more creative, and
Yes.
there isn't really an expectation for perfection. Like Christmas, I feel like everything needs to be perfect, everything needs to look perfect, and on Halloween, it's like it's okay if you kind of fuck it up because
The
it's
mess
maybe
better.
sometimes it's supposed to look fucking ugly, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like Halloween really provides that sort of freedom of expression a bit more than kind of any other holiday.
That's true.
Yeah.
Adam?
For me, when it comes to Halloween, um, I've never been able actually to pinpoint exactly why I like it in like some sort of deep thematical way, to be honest. But I do love certain aspects of Halloween. Like for example, I've always loved the fact that, coming from like a family that can be a little broken up and whatnot, it's it's um it's holidays like these that like bring us together. Even if it's for our night, it just feels really nice, you know. So there's that sense of like of closeness for a night that's really cool. Two, I don't know if how do you say? I guess it's just something that like a night that me and like every one of us can bond over something similar. I've never actually understood why we like horror. I just know that I picked it up from my pops when I was younger, and there's something about being scared and being thrilled and being in the midst of what you're most scared of. That's just it's just it's just cool. It's just fun. And not to mention, I also love wearing masks and costumes. I've always fucking loved wearing costume and masks. No, I don't, I feel like that might be because of the fact that my uncle introduced me to Slipknot when I was really young. So like, you know how they all wear masks and suits and shit, you know? So I thought that was super cool, you know. The variety of things. So my brain loves the variety of Halloween. There's so many things in Halloween that you can choose to be, you can choose to watch. So many different thematical themes for like mazes you can walk through. There's so much you can do on Halloween that you can express yourself however you wish and where to go and what to experience.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so much to do, as far as why I like it. Other than maybe getting just being introduced to it at a young age and my brain clung onto it. Uh, I don't know. I can't really give some really deep insight other than that, to be honest.
Love that. I love all your guys' answers. It's really fucking good. What about you? I think I really like Halloween and horror in general because like I actually like being scared. I like getting spooked.
It's very fun.
It's very fun. I like getting the thrill of being scared.
The adrenaline.
Yeah. But besides that, I'm so fascinated with the unknown and with people's fears or my fears in general. I want to like explore that even more, and I like that Halloween brings that out and makes it, you know, okay to be scared for once, and makes it okay to be different and weird. And usually Halloween kicks off the holiday season. And as much as like I know that Thanksgiving and Christmas can bring like the family together, it's always like Halloween specifically that I noticed that our family loves the most, besides like Christmas and Thanksgiving. Halloween is usually the one that we always look forward to, that we always plan every year. Even like the day after, we're always like, okay, what are we gonna do? It's something that you can get creative with, that you can like be crafty and like hands on with. Like we were talking about with your dad, Adam, there have been like moments in each of our lives where he would make props with us. And the last like Halloween that I spent with you guys, we made like bodies out of our like trash bags and things that we had, and it was it was really funny because some of the kids that were in like trick-or-treaters, they were like, no, I'm too scared, like what if they get up? And we're just like, they're not gonna get up, they're made out of like it's okay. But I love that, not just like the holiday Halloween and horror, the fact that like it can bring this group of people together every year, and even throughout the year there is always going to be talk about surrounded by horror or Halloween. And I don't think we can actually like pinpoint why we like it so much, but we can find like different reasons about why we like it. And I love like the hands-on creativity that you can get, ranging from like what age you are. It doesn't matter. Like you could be in your 40s coloring like Halloween pages in a coloring book. Does not fucking matter how old you are. Halloween is a lot more acceptable into being a child, no matter what, and being creative and being silly and scary or like terrified as much as you.
Yeah.
Also, like movie marathons are really fun to do.
Yeah.
Horror movie marathons are really fun to do. And making up like contests to do during Halloween, or just like going to haunted houses in like your neighborhood or something like that. That's always fun. I always love people like decorating their houses. That was always a thing that I loved, going to driving around Pasadena, and I love seeing like all like the ranging decorations you could find from like where I generally lived up to where in Pasadena where like Adam's mom and my mom worked. Like seeing the differences and stuff like that. I love that no matter where you are, you all go all out as much as you can. And I like that it's celebrated in a more lighter tone than what people would believe, because I know most people are like, it's an evil holiday, like you shouldn't be celebrating it. But a lot of us find like that weird comfort in it. And how can I say it? Like it's that weird like middle comfort, like how you have like your comfort movies, shows and stuff like that. It's like that comfort holiday that you find, that comfort season that you have, and it brings you joy, even though it's supposed to be like the scariest month or scariest day of the year.
All right. Is that it for everyone? Well, those spooks, that's gonna be it for us today.
So join us on November 5th as we 1999's Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. To prepare for Saturday, you can rent this movie for $2.99 on Amazon.
Let's go. Don't forget to rate us and tap that bell icon on Spotify so you don't miss an episode. We are also on iTunes and Google Podcast now. leave us a 5-star review on Apple, and we will read it here on the podcast. If you want to follow the Guarded by Demons socials, we're on Twitter at Guarded Demons. We're also on Anchor, YouTube, and Instagram at Guarded by Demons. We also have an email, guardeddemonpod@gmail.com. If you want to write in and suggest some topics, movies, or games we could play on the podcast, or just tell us how we did. Be nice though, or I will cry.
You guys have anything you want to plug in?
Yeah, sure. I am a lame ass PNG tuber on Twitch under Ice Queen Loki, and my Twitter handle is the same name as my Twitch.
So I am a musician and composer. You can find me on Instagram at AI Gomez Guitar. That's AIGOMEZ and guitar. You can find me on YouTube under the same username, AI Gomez Guitar. On Twitter, my handle is Ceniza000_00. That's CENIZA 000_00. And then you could find me on TikTok under Dead Newt. That's DEDN00T.
Nice. So once again, I am Kimberly, and if you want to follow me on it, I am the lesbian Twitter, where for updates, movies, or like tweets from notable like horror directors, writers, actors, stuff like that. I also read like a lot of memes, and I also blog a lot of advocating for lesbian rights on there. And I am also Spooky Scary Lesbian on Twitch and Tumblr. Tumblr, I write a lot of fan fiction, and on Twitch I play some horror games here and there. Usually I just play like Resident Evil. My go-to is like Resident Evil 2, but hopefully I will be playing like the remake for Resident Evil 4 next year. I fucking hope so. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah.
And if you are listening to us on YouTube, remember to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any notifications. Remember that you can comment on our stuff and suggest anything that you would want us to cover on the podcast, whether it be a movie or a topic like we did today. Just be quick about the submission, and we will both discuss it, talk about it, because we can always move schedule next year planned out. We can always move things, cancel things. If anything happens, we can substitute it with that.
Yeah. And I'm Lexi. If you want to follow me on Twitch, it's @SemiProEagle. I'm also on I play a variety of games over on Twitch, maybe, before I get to my Twitter. I play a variety of games over on Twitch. I'm currently replaying Red Dead Redemption 2 for the 4th time. Occasionally I'll do cooking streams, and I'll draw from time to time over there. I also like to play games like Subnautica. You can also follow me over on Twitter under the same handle, SemiProEagle, where I just retweet a bunch of stuff that I like, or yell at NFT blogs that try to hack into mine. I'm also over on TikTok, where I post some Twitch clips sometimes, depending. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Stay spooky,
Stay
everyone.
spooky.
And happy Halloween.